Welcome, my lovely dears, to another fantabulous session of the Western Chivalrics. When at last we left off, our crusading knights continued their journey through the depths of this ex-beholder lair, ex-giant hideaway temple memorial thing. And that's probably what they're going to be doing today.
Yay!
When we literally left off,
Hooray!
there appeared to be a sleeping, gothy-looking individual in a otherwise pretty abandoned-looking prison.
Oh no, damsel in distress. We gotta
Yep.
save her.
Yep.
Where are we at?
Currently, in order to make it not hell, moving around the party in individuals all over the place, you guys are currently operating as this like little lad here. They are
Okay.
just they are a vision tool so that you can move around the map without getting, you know, all pulled into a massive straggler fest. And then if a
Yeah.
fight happens, which might happen soon, um, you can just pull yourselves into a marching combat order. You came from above and are heading downwards, and this is where you've spotted mysterious damsel.
And I
I
do
mean-
believe that. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time we were here, we determined that yelling at her wouldn't wake us up, and with these bars, dispel magic could work. And that was basically where we left off.
Well, we
right?
left off with Jesse picking
Pretty
a
much.
lock because she rolled a crit.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she stood on shoulders.
She stood on shoulders and picked her lock like a fucking pro.
Is there any other have we checked for anything else in there that might be going off if we were to open or something like that?
We've been checking for traps.
You had a
The
goosey gander and had a look about. This should have been incredibly epically difficult to open, but Jessie crit, and her crit is a 30, so she opened it.
Well, let's head in and see if we can't help a damsel.
Yeah. Let's open the door and step inside.
Righty then. Map
Here's a
section.
trap. She was the boss all along.
I mean, that wouldn't necessarily surprise me.
Slide this away and stick it into the negative zone.
Into the negative zone.
Goodbye, bars. Now there's just some bars resting inside a wall, as you
As
do.
you do.
Mhm.
What actually happens is that, you open the door and it swings in open.
Do we?
As you step in here, there is no dust. And as aforementioned, like a lot of this furniture is in disrepair, but it's not rotted away like most of the other prisons' furnitures. The mending spell almost certainly has been used on them at some point in the past.
Mm.
This individual is sleeping not on the bed, but the bed's been like fucking kicked over. They're just sleeping on the mattress of the bed, which is resting on the ground, hands behind their heads.
One sec before we go further. I'd like to throw a divine sense here, just to find out something.
Go for it.
Okay. You want me to print out the ability or? Do you
Yeah,
know?
please. Just to
Okay.
reminisce.
Here.
I think it's a 60-foot
Alright.
radius, so we should be good.
I'm 6 within 60 foot,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It's
plenty.
either 30
Yeah,
or
yeah.
60 feet. I don't remember for sure.
But because of the fucking scale of this map, it looks like these you're just a small token in a big square, but it's like each of these 4 squares. This map is big.
Okay.
This map fucks.
Is she celestial, fiend, or undead?
Nope.
Wow. Shocking.
All right.
Not a vampire.
guess
Who knew?
Instant violence does not happen.
Chris.
All right. That's
Faunra unclenches.
all right. That's
Okay.
a good sign.
Crystal, take a step
Okay, so
forward.
question
Say.
before
I'll
Tristan,
follow with him. Yeah.
before you take a step.
And you can ask the DM, but I'm doing the thing.
Yeah. I'm going with him as well.
Yes, it's not just because my sight. Like I said, I
Yeah.
can see shit.
Yeah, you can't see anything weird.
You know.
Okay, just making sure.
Go,
I'd let you know,
Jesse.
especially since it's really easy for me to assault your special vision.
Yeah, so Tristan will take a couple steps forward and clear his throat loudly. Are you okay in there? Or alive?
Yeah, that causes them to bolt upright. And let's see here.
Just gonna put his hands up
no.
disarmingly.
the best way.
He,
Probably not the best way to
She
wake
has at
someone.
least one ready
how the
action.
fuck do you have a ready
like,
action when you're asleep? That doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
You're right, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hello.
She pauses. Yeah, she'd been about to blast you with some kind of evocation magic, but lets it peter out upon seeing a large selection of knights. Hello.
I mean, that's how you're doing, but you were in prison, so I imagine not the best.
Correct. Who would you be, and what are you doing here? And also, thank you for opening the door.
We're not-
In order, we are knights of our orders. Specifically, I'm Ariel.
Tristan.
As for what we're doing here, well, we killed a beholder, or a rather giant eyeball thing, and then descended down here and found this place, and are exploring it.
I see. And she'll step forward, but the act of stepping forward sort of seems to almost propel her like 20 feet.
Who might you be?
I am Trina Val.
Now that she's a little
Okay.
closer, does she have
Oh,
any
no.
insignia we can see?
Nope, she appears to be wearing a pretty gothic, like sorceress outfit with underbust corset over the clothing.
Alright, in that case, I'm going to throw a history check at that name.
Yeah, I was about to just say that as well. So I guess assist.
Go for it.
23.
No, you have no
Okay.
idea.
Oh,
Hang on.
Val,
okay.
Wow.
Val family is not someone that you've ever encountered before or read about.
Also 23.
Yeah, same.
So what did you do to end up here?
Oh, I got in a fight with a giant at some point. Spreads her hands. I don't know how long ago it was. They're all dead now, so far as I'm aware.
Yes.
So it would seem, yes.
And
It's just give me a moment. It's very strange hearing, people voices again that I didn't think were mine.
I would ask how long you've been
Does-
down here, but I'm guessing you're not particularly aware yourself.
How would she have a point of
No.
Yeah, it'd be
reference?
quite
Yes,
hard for her to tell.
I'm unfortunately I do not have any way to tell you how long I've been down here.
Okay, well,
Well,
I got a
we can
better.
tell you the
Guys,
current year.
I got no. That doesn't help. The current years weren't a thing before. This is after there are no more giants, and then we started our years.
let's
I
streamline
see.
that. What's the last major world event you remember?
Oh, it was the Second Crusade against the Giants. I happened to come along here with my significant other, to help them out. Unfortunately, everyone perished, and I was captured because I didn't perish immediately.
Again,
Uh,
like I meant, our stories don't begin. No one knows anything about the giants.
Oh, that's
So
quite a
our
long
story
time.
begins
then, I
afterwards.
guess.
Adequate. I don't think
Okay.
that's necessarily true. We do have records of the Dragonhold keep from the Crusades
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So Skow, with my big history
Uh,
brain, can I guesstimate about how long ago that was?
Like 400, 500 years.
weren't the giants before us?
No.
No.
No, because
No, they weren't
they
like
put a
a
dragon.
yeah, they were in a war with the Proto Knights, like the first couple groups.
Yeah, this is
We
Yeah,
were
But
slain
there
them
have
for
also,
their
but there have
skins.
also, but this is before that one. If she's saying 400 years and she's saying the Second Crusade, there probably wasn't even a proto order. It was just a bunch of fucking
Yeah,
knights.
so that would have
and
been
holy
before
warriors.
our records of knight holding.
Hmm. But
They're-
not totally before your recollection. It makes sense that there were multiple crusades. You guys were either the third or the fourth.
But how? Wait, hang
and
on.
this is the same way
Well,
we can know when
because
the Trojan War happened. Like it came down to us in legends.
yeah, that's exactly my point. But it's still the Trojan War is still considered part of like ancient history, not modern history. So from our point, that's ancient history.
Sure, but like it's still something that
I mean,
we can
yeah.
figure out when it was, more or less.
Yeah, she has given you a point of reference, the Second Crusade, like 400, 500 years ago.
Yeah, it's a rough estimate, but
The knights would have been third or fourth crusade. You can't say for sure, but that's because record keeping isn't exceptionally good. But good enough for this purpose.
What
S-
race would you happen to be then?
Well, a
rude.
Ganassi.
I've not heard of them before.
Have any
Air
of us heard
elemental
of?
child.
Oh,
Have
Sorry,
any
what?
of us? Wait,
Explore-
hang on. Have any of us heard of them before?
Give me Arcana.
I
Okay.
mean, if you insist.
I more meant, were they a thing in the shivs
No, we've
era?
never seen or heard of Gnassi before as players.
Yeah, as players, you've never seen them. It's entirely possible that what she calls a Ganassi is actually pretty much what you call Mayorog, as just like some kind of stone Ganassi. It would
God.
indicate like elemental child.
My God, it's Mayor's mom.
Except this lady would be of the wind variety.
Mm.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, Miss Trina.
Thank you. I can certainly insist the pleasure is almost entirely mostly mine.
As well. You think you can make it to the surface on your own? We've got a camp up there, but there's giant skeletons just outside the door.
Oh, the things she indicates towards what would be south of this dungeon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I believe they were guarding a storage room where the key to this door was. How did you get it open then?
We have a very good locksmith.
I see. And I tried for a very long time to get that open and had no luck at all. She passes her lips. Unfortunate to find out it was just a skill issue. Maybe I should have tried for another 100 years.
Mm. I don't know. Maybe, but maybe not.
Well then, yes, I won't go through them. I'll probably go out that way. And she'll point past the bars or what would have been the entrance into out there. I believe someone escaped that way at some point.
There does seem to be a tunnel out that way.
They turn
Does
into a
seem that,
tunnel.
yes.
How? I didn't even notice that part. Oh well.
Hallie would be too dumb to ask, but you guys want to know if she has any like pre-art history stories?
I mean, eventually, not right
Specific.
now, but
I mean, eventually, yeah.
No, what?
Let's see
More,
here.
more relating to like the dungeon we're in,
oh
and
yes,
the kind of
Yes.
monsters that giants would keep as friends.
right.
I would like to ask, is there anything memorable of note that you'd want us to retrieve from down here? Say items of yourself, a significant other,
No, I suspect all of that is gone. This is all I have, and she will indeed gesture at the ring she's toying with. It's why I am, in fact, still alive. Otherwise, I would have, starved to death and gone insane.
Ah, I was going to ask how you were still alive after all this time, but magic items make
that
sense.
would be a good question.
Yep,
Yes,
magic ring.
Well,
Out of
Oh,
character.
they used to
You
make these
son of a
all the time.
bitch!
Yeah, one of your favorite rings.
oh no, she's from Pathfinder. Oh god,
Yeah.
don't make her mad. She'll cast Bone Snap on you.
Bone snap.
Yeah, that doesn't
Bone
work for me. I
shatter.
don't
Unfortunately-
have any bones.
Yeah, okay, you don't. The rest
you
of
have
us
a bone.
do.
You have bone. Yeah, the
Yeah,
rest of them do.
unfortunately, magic items have taken on more heinous qualities as of recent history. Not quite
Well-
as many, just as useful ones as there used to be.
I mean, there always used to be a lot of incredibly dangerous magic pieces people were trying to make out of monsters and such, but still, there are a great number of arcanists capable of making, mundane rings such as these. Well, not mundane. This one is,
Yeah.
as I say, it's kept someone alive for hundreds of years, but still.
Less of those around these days, but We can catch up once we're done down here. There's a big Galder's Wizard Tower sitting right outside. Can't miss it.
Oh, very well. What's the password to get in?
Whatever Cass has. I don't know.
Yeah, it's apple pie.
Of course it is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, I'll be back in a second. The vent for my AC tumbled out the window, so I'm just blasting hot air into the room.
Oh
Ugh.
no.
Oh,
Alright, I'm gonna go refill my drink.
okay. You know, my vision from this token, our vision from the
Boy.
token we currently have, and like my token over there almost meet up.
Really?
Yeah. Like here,
My
I'll make I'll get like a
God.
screenshot and show you just like how close they are.
I have
But
a
I'm like
teeny
sweating
little
from just a
bubble.
moment of getting blasted by by compressed hot air. Woo.
Yeah, just give me a second to upload train. I'll show you just how close it is. It's like 2 squares apart.
Look, look with your special eyes. My brand.
My brand.
Here you go, Stray. They are 2 squares apart, basically.
Huh. Oh yeah, I need to like grab you a new friend and pull you into the pile. There we go.
And now they're not.
Now they are nowhere near each other.
Yep.
Petboxes was intentional. Nope. Nope. It was just I wanted to put a character in here that everyone would be like, it's a fucking vampire, and see if you'd overreact. But you checked before going up to her. So.
I mean, you say overreact like I give a shit about vampires.
Oh yeah, sure. Before Faunra overreacted.
Yeah, before the
I mean,
Zealot decides
there's
to
actually
go
a
ham.
spell that does exactly what she was describing. It just puts you in suspended animation until you hear a trigger. So, yeah.
Is there?
Yeah. So,
No one she knows. She is a She is unfortunately / fortunately a sorcerer, which means she still has her
Hey.
spells.
I mean, it's probably on the sorcerer list.
Yeah.
Not one that they tend to get though, is it? This no sorcerer's like, you know what I want to grow up, want to have when I grow up, the suspended animation spell.
Look, it's a really useful spell.
Whoa, what do you mean they wouldn't want that, Scout? It means you could have
Yeah.
uninterrupted
Okay, no,
sleep
it's not on
until
the
like.
it's not on the sorcerer spell. Of course it's.
What's the name of
Oh,
the
never
spell?
mind.
Let me go look again.
Well, but what are you talking about, Scout? It's every high level character's fantasy to just be able to like sleep until some word is said.
I mean, that is every character in D&D's ability.
Yeah, fucking stupid, overpowered characters and their ability to sleep.
Alright, it's called Sequestered.
Right.
It does have a 5,000 material GP component.
Oh,
A lot of material.
hmm.
Is it consumed
Yeah, it's
or is
consumed.
it like just?
But the
Oh,
target
that's ridiculous.
time ceases to flow for the target indefinitely until dispelled.
Okay, never mind. Not quite so broke for
Yeah,
5,000.
it is literally the I live forever
It's the
spell.
fridging spell.
Yeah, put you in a fridge.
It's the fridging spell.
It's your cryotube spell.
Incidentally, the
Nah,
target
sleeping
also
beauty
becomes
spell.
invisible and immune to scrying.
It's the racist Walt Disney spell.
It's the John Wayne spell.
Head in a jar, frosty head in a jar.
Just a wizard spell.
Typical.
Yep, hello.
Alright.
Yeah,
I
Faunra
would
will
love to poke your brain
smile
for.
and adjust herself. If I'm honest, don't remember much. I believe there was a big faff about royalty attending here at some point. And then monsters came, and then it got very quiet for a very long time. And I got bored, and I started sleeping all the time so that I wouldn't go insane.
Yes, that's. I was trying to say a second. I'd love to poke your brain for events and tales of the past, but that should be something we do at a later point.
I have a question for you. were the walls magically protected from damage?
In what way? Sorry.
Well, did this cell negate your ability to cast
Oh,
spells?
yes. Yes, these are wizard prisons. Otherwise, they wouldn't. How would they able to keep a cloud giant in one of these things?
Yeah, we've been over this.
He makes a very good point. Yes.
Well, it's mostly because if you look at the furniture here, it appears to have been repaired.
Yes, I fixed it. Man, I can cast spells, but I can't do much with them. Can't use them to escape anything.
So you had
I can
cantrips,
make a loud
basically.
noise. Yes, I had. Well, I have cantrips and level 1 spells.
Why are we trying to figure out what the walls are made of?
Bob's just wondering why she
Because
didn't
I
blast
suspect your
out.
companion. Yeah, well, I didn't just blow my way out here. What if I could, dear?
What- Ancient magic prison. You'd think so.
Yep. I'll say, very, very resilient walls made to resist giants. Mortar here is probably more powerful than most of your buildings.
Wait, hang on. I know what it's like to be asleep for a really, 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 really long time. Hallie will thrust forward a water skin.
He pauses.
Is that just full of your dad's
Not
moonshine?
tempting. Not to be a downer, but because I've been subsisting on this ring for so long, I do not want to be amongst polite company when I consume a liquid or eat a meal again.
That is very fair.
That's going to be
we've seen what
havoc.
happens. We've seen what happens in that case.
Okie pokey. Well, you have fun now.
Flashbacks.
Cass is just
human.
sagely nodding. She's like, "Yeah, that's fair. You don't want to kickstart your metabolism again."
These guys
So,
were all. These guys all CC'd themselves, right?
Yeah, they seem to be paralyzed.
Oh, good. 'Cause I was gonna say, there's a bunch of stuff down there.
You missed it, Amxal, but the description was like everyone had turned themselves into stone or something.
Not stone.
No,
Last
they
time or
are
paralyzed each other?
they are completely perfectly still. They appear to be looking at each other. None of them move. None of them appear to have reacted at all to the sound of you.
Oh, it just means that when we step in there, they're gonna turn their attention.
That is entirely a possibility. If they're all undead, then it's possible they have some kind of trigger that sets them off.
What happens when two undead start having a staring contest with each other?
Yeah, I vote we just kind
Can I
of fuck
get-
off and don't go down that way.
There is a storage cupboard down there, though.
mean,
Don't you
there could
adventurers
be-
want goodies?
I
I
mean,
do want goodies, and it could be something very valuable there.
But can I give Tristy a scalp massage to give him advantage on Arcana?
Think about it, Tristan. There could be something that's very useful for defeating anything else on the island. Done the pragmatist, and you want to find out.
We have already found a number of very potent items here. Finding more would be beneficial.
Pragmatist in me, yes. The part where we don't know if Belle's alive or dead at any given moment wants us to kind of get the move on.
Well, I do know. What are we talking about? I told you she is.
Yeah,
alive.
she was alive 3 days ago. In some sort of wizard undersea. Actually, Tristan
Yeah.
turned to the lady. Do you know anything about a wizard bubble place under the lake south of here?
No, can't say that I do.
Damn it.
How about?
Must have been after my time.
What was the wizard towers called? Was it like
Well,
Avalon or
I
something
don't
here?
fucking know.
It was Avalon, yeah.
Do you know anything about an Avalon here? Or is that also after your time?
She shrugs helplessly.
After your time, then.
Sounds like a name.
So, shall we go down there and... Actually, why don't we just fire things off at them from range first, rather than stepping right into the room?
Just out of curiosity, does Green squinting at this lady trigger any feeling of subterfuge? It's a crit after all.
Okay. With the crit, you can tell that she is trying her best to be amenable and keep everything clamped down, but she's also like pretty much trying to arm wrestle with what she can only assume is a fuck ton of psychosis from being in isolation for hundreds of years, and she's trying incredibly hard to keep her cool.
Listen, I've listened to like
Hold on.
2 hours of explaining what happens when you put someone into isolation.
Don't worry, guys. I have a thing for this.
Yeah, the Greater Restoration spell can fix PTSD.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna give her some
Can
laudanum.
Wait,
Can it really?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, it fixes yeah, Greater Restoration fixes madness.
are you
Wait,
going to tell Hallie then? Because Hallie didn't insight.
I mean, that's Korean. She's an NPC.
Aren't you? In
Yeah,
charge
she'll
of the
probably pat Hallie on the shoulder and ask if you've got anything for someone who is probably like 100% nutter butters and is just kind of lucky on a graph of what madness activities you perform at the moment does.
Okay. Okay.
Wait,
Just
I guess it does on
What?
PTSD because that's a debilitating effect.
Hallie,
what?
Savior. I can do it.
Oh, yeah, Bob's spell slots
yeah.
are not as powerful as Hallie's spell slots.
That
Yep.
is true here.
Okay. Just pick Bob up and rub him on the lady.
Yeah, sure. You can, she'll look confused. Again, you get the sensation when actually Bob puts hand on her that she's freaking out so hard that she doesn't know how to react. Like, this is personal, this is contact. Someone's making contact with her. And she's just like, this hasn't happened in hundreds of years.
First
I've
contact
never
in
known the
hundreds of
touch of
years.
another being. And
Oh,
it's a
God.
fucking robot casting magic. Her brain is short-circuiting in real time. None of you need a crit to see it now.
Great.
There
Oh,
was, in
poor
fact,
girl.
if any of you had ever made physical contact with her, she's gonna freak the shit out. Now she's just paralyzed as her brain short circuits.
Well,
I'm glad we didn't do that.
It's a good thing fucking Kieran's not here. Just come and give her a big hug.
Yeah, exactly. She would have.
Yeah.
There would have just been nothing but inarticulate screaming for like a really long time. Like a really long time. But yes, you can cast the spell, and all at once there's this just like slow. Like you can even feel it under your hands, Bob. Like this slow death of tension that's been boiling under the skin. And now she looks a little bit. Woozy's wrong, but now she's off kilter for sure. Like her literal perceptions of the world have just shifted again, and she just leans on the wall. What did you just do?
That's called Greater Restoration. Apparently, thanks to the insight of our companions here, they can remove madness and various mental ailments.
That guess it makes sense. I kind of forgot that I was insane. I don't know if that makes sense to you or.
Yep.
Being around
It's fine.
with people is super, super important.
Wow.
Yes, Tristan, it is.
I stroked Tristan's hair.
Why do you think all of the brooding spots are still within eyesight of another? I know you guys studiously try not to pay attention to the fact that there's someone, 10 yards away.
Shut up.
See Cass see your entire village of happy sisters, your mother. The list can go on.
Shut up.
Cass continues to stroke Tristan's hair.
Hallie's entire assignment to Tristan.
Yep.
And now, I think, Hallie, would you like to do the honor?
The honor of what?
Hug.
Oh goodness.
Don't just hug random people without asking their permission for it. She
Also,
could very much not want to be hugged.
Also, despite the memes, you look at Hallie and she's covered in full plate.
Yep. That would be a very uncomfortable hug.
Yes.
Save the hug for later.
I'll
If
set
she
her a
wants
nice
one, yes.
handshake with all of you, and she will offer a hand.
Sure, I'll shake her hand.
Yes, very well.
Yes, there you go. It's cool and refreshing, but not cold, if that makes sense. Again, air ganassi, not water or ice or whatever.
Yes.
Also, so now that you're not so much hurdy-wordy in the brainy weenies, do you know of anything like super weird that the giants may have had deeper in?
I'm gonna make a test for her then. Let's give it a go. Yeah, int is not your speciality, but
At least you probably didn't have disadvantage anymore on it.
well, fucking. All right, with a 23. Yes, I believe they were stockpiling magical materials down that away for construction. And also that's
Alright.
where they had the prison keys. This place is a silver mine. I also think that the princess, or I guess they would be queen now, moved in here to produce something. Oh, and there's something of importance to me here. Gosh, what was it? Very elemental in nature. I can't tell you more than that, unfortunately. It's just calling to me.
Oh, so there was
well-
something important to you. Giant queen. Giant queen.
Well, if you wait in our camp, then I'm sure we can just find anything of interest we can just pick up and bring back once we're done. You can just look through
Sure.
it and pick out whatever tingles your fancy.
Or keep us somewhat.
I could come with, but I haven't.
Mm,
About the
I
light
haven't
of day
fought in a
and, like-
long time, and I would be very excited to feel the open air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
I'm an
probably
air
haven't seen.
ganassi. This is torture.
You
and
could feel the
also,
light of sun again for the first time in a long time.
and also add a character like having to deal with dragging it along another person in the behind
no.
is very annoying.
Yeah, please no.
Tristan will just, again, remind her the Galder's Tower, apple pie. Have fun.
Yep. She lifts off of the ground and floats away.
Ah, I wish I could do that.
Man, flying is such a cool power. I wish I could do that.
And then she just starts free flying. The moment she makes to like that large corridor.
Well, now she's just showing
Ariel,
off.
it's like Cass and I used to
Really?
tell you. Just gotta ignore gravity. It's all in your head.
Gotta ignore gravity. Yep. Cast
Okay,
nods.
that was you guys cheating with magic.
Nope.
Which, I mean,
Yes.
flying is still cheating with magic, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, she was just I'm so confused. Anyways, hey Tristy. Can you use your big brain on the stuff down south?
No.
No?
Alright, so who wants to go and then proc it? Who wants to throw a firebolt at it?
How about fireball?
I am always ready to fight the undead.
A fireball would work too. I mean, a fireball. What is a fireball but a bigger firebolt?
All right.
A really aggressive knock.
Faunra ready to charge.
Yeah, I guess
Charge
That
in.
is a
everyone
fair point,
ready
Sure.
actions, and then Cass will
All
huck
right.
a fireball.
Yeah, 1 second. Then let's. I'm gonna move your mobility boy over here into just this corner,
Ah!
and I'll grab you guys and bring you all there. And I have to do it into here because it's only in a room large enough to grab all of you. Is Schwarzwald still here, or is he unsummoned?
No, he's still here.
Yeah, he
Okay.
lasts for a long time.
You know what? New friend is gonna go with Trina just to be part of club. I don't know where I am or what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
it's fine.
That's fair, new friend.
You know what?
She smiles and skips after.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is she gonna be able to get out of here?
They can fly.
You guys left a ladder, yeah.
Not new friend. New friend doesn't have.
Yeah, she doesn't
new
have her
friend's got
wings.
clipped wings.
Yeah, but
remember?
the Genasi can fly and just pick her up.
Okay.
Yeah, Janessa can't grab her if new friend goes to call for her.
All right.
Uh,
Let's get over here.
That's okay.
I don't know if I want to be in front of Tristan so I can charge her behind him.
I have a terrible
typical-
track record with initiative rolls, so I would suggest being in front.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good point.
that's what you would be doing is I don't know whether I want to be behind or in front of the roadblock.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll be in front of the roadblock.
Yeah, you too, Faunra.
And since we're deliberately doing
Where
this,
is
may I
there?
cast Bless before the fireball goes off?
I
Sure.
would suggest readying the action to do it as soon as, just in case.
Okay, well then I ready the action. As soon as the fireball goes off, I cast Bless.
Sure. Who are your targets?
Usual suspects now that we have the Bune back. So, double Bunes and casts.
Cool.
And obviously Tristy.
Yeah, that's good.
The frontliner brigade.
Alright.
All
Make sure
right.
everything's turned on for these nerds.
That took there, that took there. If you would like to roll your initiatives, it'll just depend on the order we set off everyone's prepared
Okay.
actions.
Apparently, actually, I'm really good at initiatives.
God damn.
For fuck's sake!
Well, God damn.
Enjoy going through the roadblocks, Savin.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That's never happened
What is
before.
this?
My
Enjoy
God!
going through roadblocks, Savin.
What
This
is
has
Trist
never
is so
happened
goddamn
before.
ready. Cass just.
Like, he's obviously juiced up on saving a damsel.
I think we're all.
What the fuck?
Oh no,
all
Giantess Skeleton,
I'm
no!
so ready.
My
Giantess,
people are not
oh.
ready.
Don't worry,
Also-
Scout. I rolled a pretty full initiative as well.
Oh.
Not as pitiful as yours, but it's still pretty pitiful.
God, what
Oh,
the
I think we're
fuck?
also overlooking the fact that Hallie has also rolled really high.
Oh my god.
Hallie has
Not as
never
high as
rolled
the three
above
that
a
just
10.
crit. Yes, you have, but not recently.
Man, what the fuck's
Not on initiative.
Yes, she has, but not recently.
Yes,
I
you
don't blame
did. You rolled it in the Bimbo cave.
Oh, of course. Of course, that would be the one time I did it.
But there's a big undead skeleton. You know what that means? I need to go over there and smite it.
Well, everyone gets their ready to action going off shit, so.
Yeah, it's gonna go off in order, like
Be a
Pascal
hot
said.
second, I'm
Like,
just looking for another thing while
Hedrah,
I'm
are
at
we
it.
totemed up?
I appear to have misplaced somewhere.
your
Yes,
tome
yes, before.
is. Yeah, your tome's what? 14?
15.
No, it's 14 still, right? 15?
15.
15, right? Okay. Let's see here. So
Yeah,
that puts
it's
me at
my level plus
104.
5.
Puts me at 104.
I have like there they are. Okay, I was worried there where I thought I'd lost a sheet I built that took fucking ages. I couldn't remember all of the details on. They have been located. Okay. All right.
Well, conveniently, the fireball does go off first.
Yep, that's a good start.
Alright. I'm gonna fling it, I think, back here, because I don't know what else is back here, so possibly other enemies.
Well, I mean, you can hit like 3 of them. I think you can hit like 3 of them here, right? 20,
No.
20, 20.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you can hit all
Oh,
of them
okay.
there. Yeah.
I'll do that
Yeah.
then.
And you miss Faunra as well, so
Perfect.
you know it's good.
Alright, let's do that.
Alrighty.
Let's chuck this
Oh
at
no,
third level.
Dex, not the speciality.
Oh, that's a spicy fireball.
Ooh.
It's
Oh,
pretty good.
Oh dear.
Okay, the giantess made it at least. Oh wait, no,
Still
they all have
pretty good.
disadvantage. Fuck, they're all inactive.
Yay!
I hit all of them for
Oh
34.
god.
Owie.
That was a good fireball.
That was good. And then, let's
Alright.
That's
move
a spicy
2,
meatball.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And she's gonna blade sing.
Sure.
8 will get us just to here. Which is perfect for when Tristan happens.
Sure. You are first across the threshold and they've all been awakened, so they don't have disadvantage anymore, but all of your actions are happening basically concurrently, so they do not get a turn in this initiative round.
Nice.
Faunra.
Actually, in second thought, I should go over here because
Faunra.
Faunra will want to fight the undead.
Yes,
Yeah.
it will.
Yes,
Faunra is
indeed.
going to rage
Sure.
and run screaming at this monster and attack it recklessly.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Well, you opened with a crit. Hit that Divine Fury a second time because you get that dice again.
Oh wait, no, I didn't have to do that. All right, yeah, it's fine here. Well, that is my second attack.
Oh, no 7 on that one. Okay. All right. So your opening swing was 3 plus 12 plus 10 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 3 plus 30 plus 2 plus 7. 59. Swing. Crunch. And yeah, nothing I can do to shield that one, I think. Let's double check what's your speciality. Yeah, okay, yeah. No hope of stopping that. Alright, and Tristan, your part of the ready action, I assume, would have been a reach stab.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Now I.
God, you might be able to smoke them before they get to do anything.
Yep, that's pretty much the plan. I can't action surge when it's not my turn, unfortunately. But you know. Boop.
It's weird watching
boop.
a party of knights do the breach maneuver.
Shit!
Oh, goddamn.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
The crits just keep coming. Just keep coming.
Fuck me, I'm gonna keep all the extra mechanics for this for later.
I mean, at
I
this
don't
point,
need
you might
them.
as well. Jesus Christ.
What the
Yeah,
shit?
it's very possible that they might
What
not.
the fuck? 2 plus 30 plus 30. So 5. These fucking crit bitches. Look at that, you nearly killed it. Ali, yours was the bless. Do you move at all?
I didn't even turn bless on.
Well, the thing is, you also said these were undead. I kind of want to try something out. 1,
Is it
2, 3, 4,
murder?
Is it
5,
turning them all?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I'll wait until next turn. But the thing is, not only do I have a Mace of Disruption, but I also have the Sacred Damage on top of it.
Yay.
That is true.
I'm going to listen. I just want to try it. I've missed with every mace attack. Maybe Papa's fist was cursed for some reason.
That's what I think. I think.
Or maybe it's just because the random makeshift hammer your dad gave you is not actually a particularly effective weapon.
I
this-
don't think
No.
that's
I
possible.
think as soon as you swing this thing,
no.
you're gonna crit and instantly destroy this giant skeleton.
Oh,
Just
no.
Let's
tug
see what
Faunra.
happens.
Have you stood put yourself around the spot where I need to get to smack the giant skeleton? You might.
Too bad.
It's fine.
Aw.
Her go comes back around again before this thing gets
Yeah,
its
you
turn.
can come up here, kill this centipede, and then go kill the skeleton on your next turn. Just like move 10 feet on.
Hell, Jesse is going to.
Yeah, you have exactly enough.
I have
just gonna come
40
in
feet
here and
saving.
fucking-
I'm mobile.
Yeah, you can come here, kill this thing, and then go kill the skeleton. No problem.
She kills
okay.
it.
Never mind. Can
Stab her.
do you have a reach weapon?
Oh, I left the poison dice on, but yeah,
Oh, I
even
don't
then,
have a
still no
reach
big
weapon.
deal.
Get cucked, I guess.
God, Jesse may only hit once, but you put enough magic items on someone and they will just fucking destroy everyone they touch.
I don't know. That sure looks like half the damage I did.
She's also lower level than you and is not wielding as powerful a weapon.
Yeah, I know.
I think she did a pretty good job. Green.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's just, I guess, cast a cantrip on the other centipede monster.
Go.
That sounds like the thing to do. Unless... No, we Misty Step into melee with a boss. Like a hero. Yeah, that's way cooler.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. Alright. And Great Axe. Choppy. Oh, green's still bad.
That's fine. Believe it or not, 15
Oh,
hits.
Good. That was the good damage roll, too.
It was the good damage roll. Ka-chunk. And then Schwarzwald, or as his sheet apparently still records his name as the default randomly rolled name, Efrah Waklosigo.
Ifra
Schwarzwald is still my familiar.
Yep.
He doesn't get a turn.
What?
Why has he got a turn roll then?
I don't know.
That's
I think
Hedrah's
he
turn.
You rolled him instead of on yourself. He's rolled your
Oh.
fucking stats. All right, so Bob, you're actually 9.08, not Ifrahua Klushigo, aka Schwarzwald.
Okay. That does explain what it... Okay. Might be.
It happens. A lot. It's
So,
fine.
5.
Yep.
15. 20. Nice clear line so that nobody gets shot. And the centipede in the south.
Yep. Alrighty. Or damage.
Then
Wow, that was
move
a
out of the way.
real low ball roll there.
Yeah.
Ariel.
Yeah, I have just enough movement to move into Faunra space, attack, and move out.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
she hasn't gotten a turn yet, so she still wouldn't get a reaction. It's awesome.
Correct.
Oh, no, she wouldn't get to.
Oh, that's right.
opportunity swing me
Mobile.
Anyway. I have more.
Right.
Yeah,
I keep forgetting
I'm
how
mobile.
bullshit that feat is.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's kind of
so
bullshit.
strong. It's so fucking strong.
All right, Caliban. 1, 2. And you know what? Let's put a smite on it just because.
Yep, certainly counts as undead.
Crit. Undead or fiend.
Aww.
Wow.
Oh no!
No, look, it's 41
How many
damage.
ones
See,
is
look.
that? That's
Holy
so
shit.
that's so many
That
ones.
is-
That's the lowest smite I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, how quickly the tide
Ow.
turns.
Well, somebody had to soak.
Someone had to soak all the
Okay,
ones.
wait.
With...
Thanks for making
did
me-
she
thanks
did
for
she heat
making me
sink all
the
of your bad
soak.
rolls?
Yeah, thanks
Yeah,
for making me the heat sink the moment I get back.
Everyone is rolling straight fire, then someone else has to burn.
Yep.
Taji.
Hey, you know this thing is a skeleton.
Yep. Oh
Yes.
no.
Oh, you have the stick.
Oh no.
I do have the stick.
Alright, roll it. I can't remember what the save is.
It doesn't matter. It's just gonna fuck.
It's an attack
Oh,
roll.
okay.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
And I think that's dope. I think I should roll the attack twice, right? That's how that works.
No,
Yeah.
maximized against bones.
Let me read the thing.
I thought I actually
If
had a
there's
roll.
skin
I thought
attack-
there actually had a save roll to against the maximize on that thing. Where's the bone cruncher?
Bone cruncher.
Thought I had it.
Yeah, same. Is it not written on your actual character's magical item sheet?
I thought I did. Well, I'll fix that. It's easy to search.
Yeah, you just look up the word bone cruncher and plot capitals. It'll be there.
Let's see. Scroll down and bone shatter.
Spelled all caps. You make a spell attack on a target with a save DC.
Take 16 D8. Save for half. Yeah.
Oh, so it's just an extra D8, and then. All right. Well, I guess have her make the save, and then
Make
we'll
a
see
spell
if.
attack. I don't know.
No, yeah, 16d8 is the
Make
attack.
a spell attack on a target with a save DC as though casting a level 4 spell you own. I don't think that meant any.
Yeah, it's so confusing. Plus, just have her roll the saving throw, and then if she fails, I think she'll just take the 36. And if she succeeds, she'll take the 36, and if she fails, she takes the extra 8d8. I think that's how it's meant to work.
Come on, Giant. Oh my god, she fucked it.
All right, roll another 8d8.
Yeah, roll
Roll the
another
damage.
8d8.
Don't roll 8 ones.
I need you to roll 8 8s. Oof.
Oh,
Oof,
shit.
Oh.
Good enough.
76 damage.
Crunch.
Fucking becomes powder.
And if I remember correctly, this thing has 2 charges left.
Well worth.
Save those.
So this wasn't
Crunch.
like the giant like princess or queen thing, right?
Did have giant test
It might have been.
skeleton. Who knows? We don't even have a pelvic bone to examine. It could have been a trap.
Yeah, it's dust now. This thing is crunched. You hear, like, you know that sound when you open a bag of crisps/chips and then you just smash between your hands with the packet open? It just sounds like the fakest bone crunch noise. It still sounds like that, but incredibly loud because it's a giant-sized creature. That whole thing just deafens you with the sound of it going crunch.
Well,
and then you
one
hear,
centipede
then you
left.
just hear that a cartoony puff noise as it all falls together.
Yep.
Well,
And there's a thwomp. You now have bone dust. Lots of it. You could make bread out of this person.
I see we're back to
Or
Warhammer Fantasy
snort
now.
'em. Snort 'em like a fat fucking line.
Fertilizer.
You're gonna play out this combat out?
Yeah,
I
sure,
need
if
my
you wanna be boring.
numbies.
Yeah, if you want to be boring.
Yes, actual
Oh, you
turn.
you need your numbies, say.
Yes, I do. It's how I get a boner at night. Leave me alone. All right, Cass has to actually do her thing. Poke.
Has a secret only when it's used, though.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's me counting a thing on the back. Don't you worry about it.
It's all the damage you're gonna take once you use that final charge.
Coincidentally, you're immune to that secret because you're.
It's some sort of TF.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
turns you into a skeleton.
Yeah, it had a really mean drawback, but you're immune to it.
Does it just turn you into a skeleton?
Hell yeah.
It turns you into. Do you remember Bard Skeleton?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turns you into
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Nice.
I remember him.
Turns out I was the perfect person to use this. Got it. Cool.
You were the preferred person to use that, yes. Otherwise, you would have had to be making saves against becoming Bony
Tony.
Faunra. You just like glance over your shoulder, and Taji's like slowly putting away a big evil-looking stick. There's just powder in front of you.
I'm so proud of everybody.
Faunra doesn't even mind being cucked this time.
It was too radical.
Step in the dust. Fuck you.
kick it as you go like a kid's sandcastle.
Fuck you.
She has the movement for it.
Mhm.
So,
For sure. Wham. I don't know about that.
She is blessed. So
Yeah, that is a hit, just barely. $43. It doesn't get its turn.
It doesn't.
Trist, take it to the cleaners.
Yay, numbies!
Oh, cock. I just take this one off the map. It's gone.
Sing. Jesus Christ.
Numbies. Alright.
Still
Alright.
gone. That one explodes.
Is there anything in the bone
hold
pile
on.
we're taking?
More important question.
Hold up.
Is there a target for solidify essence in this room?
No.
Damn it.
No, there is not. You wish. You fucking wish.
I mean, yes.
No,
There's no way this was a boss,
there were other
let's be
mechanics
honest.
for this room. It went so poorly. I'm like, these mechanics they're destined for better things than this.
Yeah.
I took mechanics out because you crushed it too hard. It's like, no, I don't want
My soul stunts.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
carry on.
So,
that was funny though.
anything useful in the bone pile to take?
Okay.
The dust
in
pile, I
bone-
mean.
In the dust pile. Let's see here. Giant skeleton. What did you carry? A giant-sized silver morningstar. Like a giant size.
Silvered or
Yes.
silver?
Silver.
Still a lot of silver.
It is. Yeah, you could
Yeah.
scrape it off for money, or it's just
Or-
there's some fun paperweight. A bit excessive, perhaps.
They probably still
it's
sell it
it's
too.
a
It's
silver
like it's not
grey
magical.
club.
But no, it's larger than a mole would be. It's a morning star made for someone who is so fucking big.
Mm.
Someone who's quite literally 4 of my tokens.
So what you're saying is,
I guess if you wanted to use, like, so...
I could use it, because I can turn large size if I want.
Yeah, you could use it while you're large.
Hey, guess what? It still probably just does
Yeah,
like
I mean,
a
it's still
normal
just
morning
like
star
2d8
whip for you.
damage, so it's not really worthwhile, but, you know.
Not even 2d8, it's like 1d8 for like a morning star.
Well, yeah, but large size means it does an extra die. So with actual weapons that aren't made larger by magic, they just do one more die for every step. So large is 2d8, huge is 3d8.
Okay.
Yeah, there's stats. If you want to use it as a maul, you do need a strength of 20, because it's still fucking huge.
Okay.
Alright, someone locked themselves out of my house. I'll be right back.
Anything else aside from the morning star? Or is it just like all dust?
It looks like she's dust. Yeah, all she had was the gigantic morning star and some magic.
Okay. Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, it went well.
I'd
I'm
say it was
glad.
pretty climactic.
It's good.
I mean, Taji probably climaxed in her pants, but
It was a very cool explosion.
Don't call me out like that.
Also, holy shit.
There's quite a bit of
There are a lot of things in there.
Let's...
Calm down, be careful. Traps.
Yep,
yes,
yep,
we know.
Yep.
Alright, let's take
We're going to do investigations.
It's
and
a
then
lot of
look
No,
for
boxes.
I'm
everything.
very interested in what's in these boxes. Hi-ho silver.
I am
Hold
too.
up, Jessie does spot a lever. She
Oh,
just
okay.
Oh, in fact, she'll ask one of you guys to sort of throw her to the back of the room so she doesn't touch down on the ground.
Faunra, you're up.
Tristan, that's on you.
Faunra's
Yeah,
way
Faunra,
stronger
can you
than
give me
me.
an athletics? Yeah, Faunra,
That's
can
true.
you can you do an athletics check to throw Jessie?
Throw the rogue.
To throw Jessie?
Yep, throw the rogue.
Fast
She needs to
special.
get to a lever on the other side of the room. over there.
I will
assist.
Someone
Yeah.
hold her glutes.
Wait,
I will.
can't cast just fly?
No.
I'm not casting a spell
I
just to
will
go over
bun.
there.
I will
Well, I thought
bunny.
she had the
No.
corset on.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, right.
I
Yeah,
mean, you're
I'll,
fair. Okay, fine. You can borrow my
to be
girlfriend.
fair, I don't really not really good space for wingspan here. Just throw the rogue. It's funnier.
It's
Okay,
true.
fine. I just thought it'd be
Yeah.
more
No,
practical that way.
I wouldn't get good lift off. Let's put it that way.
All right.
Thump. Jessie has to make a roll.
So about that lift off thing you're saying.
I mean, it's a 17. To be fair.
All right, Jessie's fine. She fucking tumbles out of the way when a bunch of spikes shoot up from the ground. Huh?
Faunra, what the hell?
You are
Use up all your juice earlier.
You're supposed to throw her, not just pitch her end over end.
Spike me into the ground. She then
You
hits a
were all
lever.
waffling over what to do. So
It's true.
that's
Jessie
fair.
will like mantle off of the box here so that she can jump up and reach the giant height lever. Yanks it down. Huh,
All right.
and then drops to the ground again. All right, should be good.
All right. Well, what do we have here? I see a chest in the very back that's probably locked.
wow, there is a lot of stuff in that room.
Yes.
Yeah. No, the trainer person was not kidding. Jessie climbs on top of the box pile.
So does Taji.
Well, yeah, Taji obviously climbs for the tallest up box because she wants to be the highest up.
Of course. Cat.
Yes. Let's see here. Oh, this is holy water.
Nice.
Nice.
Useful.
And it looks like they come in giant-sized vials, which is to say pitcher jugs.
Useful
Even
still.
nicer.
Yep.
That's a lot.
It is quite a lot. Here and starts peeling open barrels and boxes. Okay, so it cuts it. Nice. No, yours don't come in pitchers; they come in jugs.
Yeah, so rather than
Yeah,
just
but
like
pitching
having to
jugs.
go through everything, why don't you just tell us what we get out of this pile?
Okay, so you find That's what you find first.
8 okay, that's woo. That's a lot of stone.
Yeah.
Mom, I need you to come get another
12
pickup.
liters.
And 6 pouches of residium, 100 grams each.
Nice.
That's
There are
pretty good.
200 spoiled rations.
Wow, all the
Not
food
good.
Yeah, that
spoiled?
makes sense.
How could they let this
Yeah.
happen?
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed? Expensive giant-sized silver mirrors. Oh.
1 box of ancient dank pipeweed, giant-sized.
How much purified food and drink can...
I feel like it's gone beyond. Like, you basically know that it's 200
Yeah.
rations because of the label on the box. Otherwise, it looks like otherwise it looks like a puddle. There's not a nice hiss when you open that crate.
I will say this though. Every vial of holy water contains like what? 1 fluid ounce?
It's not 1, no. It's like 5, I think. It's not a small amount that you've got your hands on here. You could take a bath in holy water if you would like.
It's literally 405 fluid ounces.
I mean, would taking a bath in holy water give me the ability to have holy milkies?
Probably not, but
Probably not.
yeah, 81 holy waters is what
It'd be
that
really
is.
good for your skin, though.
So yeah, that's 81 holy water.
Nice. We have 1% of the store that's just backed up under Hornwatch.
Yep.
1 pound.
I can give you the details on these stone bricks later. They'll need investigating.
We'll also need carrying out. We can't move this right now.
Yeah, your mom can spend like
no fucking shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, your mom can spend like a solid day working to get this stuff out of here, which you probably will do because this is enough material to save her a lot of time and effort. She'll do that, and she'll let you know later that, yeah, okay, it's gonna take a while to move it. I will do that, though.
Yeah, Hallie won't need all 9 tons for the foundation of her tower. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of building materials.
Magical mortar. Are we talking like actual mortar stacks?
No, we're talking about 120 millimeter mortars.
Amazing.
Yeah. Do you just have howitzers down here?
The howitzers, please. A word.
They're giants, they're howitzers. It's not a wolf dungeon.
12 bags of magical mortar. We also have to remember that these bags are giant size.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Of dimensional anchors?
Ooh.
What the fuck does that mean?
It's what stops the giants doing things like fog clouding out through the prison bars.
My God,
Or
we have
misty
Scranton
stepping, or
reality anchors.
So it makes like the anti-magic zone then?
Not quite anti-magic, it's only specifically like movement transformation.
Okay.
People, I have an idea. Listen to this idea.
Belthamar cage match?
What if you take 1 bar and since it's enchanted per, and then you add a lot of fucking barbs onto it, and then you shoot Velt with 1 or stab 1 into him. He can't turn into mist.
It's true. If you could turn one of these prison bars into some kind of like horrific penetration javelin, whoever you hit with it is not escaping.
So ballista ammunition.
Yes, actually, yeah. These are, since they're giant bars, they are about the right size for like siege ballista. Not even like the scorpions. I mean siege ballista.
All right.
These are not the human-sized bars. These are the giant-sized bars.
We just have to hit Velthamar with 1.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can end the campaign really easily if you can hit Velthamar with a siege ballista full of magical prevent you from escaping attacks.
Yeah, we'll try aiming one of those bastards. It's not as easy as it sounds.
I mean,
yeah,
it is
sure, I know.
And
You got
Tiara.
12 tries. Yeah, they're pretty good.
And then we just have to
Stay
kill him
is-
with like a Caliban nearby to do the
Yeah, we
sunlight.
just
I'm
kill-
sorry. I
beat him
would
with
like
the
to point
Caliban.
out the fact that there's 81 holy waters as
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
Yeah,
We could
we get that.
No, listen. We could literally harpoon his ass, yank him into a bathtub of holy water,
Bathtub!
and then just keep him up. Yes.
No. You
keep
you
his
sh-
ass
No, this is-
underwater.
This
you
is
shoot
getting
him from
too
high. You shoot him
meme-worthy.
from high ground with a siege ballista of anchoring with a chain on the end, so that you can fucking action slide down buckets of holy water.
This is getting to me. I mean, I like the idea of like chaining him down with like the ballista bolt, of no escape, and then us going down like beating him to death. Like that sounds like an actual good way for like a campaign final fight.
Yeah, like if you can hit an end game boss with a siege ballista, there's some merit in the statement. How did we get to this point? That I think fully qualifies you to get away with it if you can.
I mean, you
No,
know
no,
the
no, no.
near the end of Game of Thrones where they had the ballistas on these like mule carts. We can do that. We have the technology to put a ballista on a wheel cart. We can do it.
You guys don't understand. We just need to do a variation of Hallie's musings from like 30 seconds ago with all of her stupid ideas on how to kill Veltermar. Instead, we ding dong ditch, and when he opens the door, it's just a ballista. It's fine.
Honestly,
I like-
that knock knock pizza. I didn't order any pizza. Oh no!
I mean, I liked my original idea of Velthamar cage match, but I understand how hard that would be.
The cage match is quite fun. Two bosses enter, two bosses leave.
Too bad we don't have a fucking bag of holding, because we could just empty out all the holy water into that, and then while we fight the Veltamo, just slam it over his head.
Like a water
And then
balloon.
just tie the belt.
Like a water balloon.
Yeah,
Who finally washes away all of his
Exactly.
gothy makeup.
Turns
Okay,
out
let's see, what
Velthamar
else
was
do you have?
also
You got
just sunlight
diamond
blonde under
mirror.
all
There's
that
more
makeup.
here still?
Yeah, of course there is. Look at this fucking
Look how
room.
many boxes there are.
Well, I thought the 8 tons of stone brick would be a
No,
good
that's just one
portion of it.
box.
they're giant.
No, it's not one box, but like 8 tons is... It's incredibly heavy and probably takes up everything on like that lower level of box.
As someone who's worked landscape construction, 9 tons of bricks, which is 8 metric tons, is not as many tons as you think. It doesn't take that much room.
Yeah.
It's actually
Fucking
pretty
bricks
fucking
are
heavy.
heavy.
That's
Bricks
still
are heavy.
16,000 pounds of bricks.
Bricks are fucking heavy. We could
I
carry
know-
that
I get
within
that.
like a half of a truck.
Yeah. Let's see.
A truck, not like, Ford F-150.
Yeah, you can forklift that shit around.
Yeah. It's bobcatable.
No, you can do it with a medium forklift, so it's okay. Instead of the small warehouse, those thin little shits, the medium size with the actual wheel.
The
before
yellow
you get
ones.
to the
The yellow ones, not the
Yeah.
white ones. I know the difference.
I know we went the like
Yeah.
16,000 pounds into the back of one of our trucks. Like we load heavy stuff, but like we don't put that heavy stuff in it.
I worked construction for a while, so 9 tons of bricks isn't as much as you think. That's like doing half.
you're also
That's like
certified
doing
to-
half of a house base. What?
You also certified to like a second tonnage then?
I'm certified for a bobcat and backhoe. Why?
Okay, no, like over here we have certification up to the various weights. Yeah, carrying lifting capabilities of the various types of forklifts. So you got like up to 2 tons, up 4, 6, 8, like that.
I think they just do
Is that not standard in
forklifts,
America?
Anything
period, here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Weird.
no, I'm just a compact loader and compact excavator certified.
Okay, okay. So
So
that's
the small
over here.
boys,
That's 2 tonners. Yeah, the 2 tonners.
just the small white boys, not the big yellow boys,
Why you gotta bring color into this?
Yeah, like I said, the two.
because that's how
Yeah.
they're classified in construction.
Alright, what's this? Hardcore giant
Okay.
drunkening brain. Oh, Jesus. Keep this away from Jesse.
Hey, glass jars of flavored syrups. You can have nice drinks.
Nice.
One tiny box. What's in the tiny
Why
box?
would
It's
that be in the
excellent.
public
What's in
storage
the
room?
box?
Why is everything horny?
It's definitely hidden, but it turns up. It's
Like,
a
is it
human.
tiny, like-
It's a human-sized box, and it can only fit like 3 toys because the toys are giant-sized.
I'm opening it. What's in it?
There is a centaur that we have.
Ah, yes, thank you. I'm able to take a centaur size.
Jesse slowly
We
turns
have
her head.
2 centaurs.
Ah.
I was
Can
quite
we
ravenous
not
in my youth.
distribute? Can we not distribute the ancients unsanitized
They're
marital
clean.
aids?
They're even made of metal. Fancy.
Yeah, watch. And prestidigitation. They're clean again.
I thought that was about to go somewhere completely different.
I thought you were going to say, and what? Dildo go by.
Yeah!
I was so
No.
sure that was about to happen.
No. I was just
Actually,
saying,
a
they're clean
magic trick.
again.
Yeah, a magic trick. I can make this sex toy disappear.
I mean, I could, but I'm not going to right here. Just the beads will disappear into my bag.
Don't you already have magical? Oh no, it's the other campaign.
Are they magical?
Yeah.
No, they're just made of solid metal. Quite impressive.
Wow.
Fine craftsmanship, but you know,
Very
clearly
fine
it's because they need to. If they weren't made of metal, they wouldn't stand up to a giant's ardor.
Oh, well, unless Cass wants one of those, I'm just gonna ignore that box and let Ariel have it.
Cass
I
does
mean-
look tempted at the one that's knotted. Like, it's hard to get a knot, like, you know, big size.
Take it if you want. Jesse, you want that?
Jesse will shake her head like, no, I'm good. I'm not a size queen.
Well, Cass, you want one?
Fuck it, sure. She's like a blushing, but she'll totally take the knotted one off of you.
A good choice. Good choice.
Yes. Now stuff that down your bag and make sure it's not sticking out.
What do you mean? This is clearly going to be the finest lance ever. We're just gonna put it on a stick and tell someone to get fucked.
Yeah, yes, the penetrator. Alright, well, this was a good room of finding things.
Well, the whole tell your mom about it. Probably gonna be something.
Yeah. Well, we'll get on that. Let's keep pushing through this dungeon.
Yes, quite.
Let's.
Alright.
You
just
only
get out
have
the-
one major destination, and it's up that set of stats.
Is it? We haven't been down this tunnel yet. Oh, that just leads back here.
This
leads
is
by
the one that
back
leads
to-
out the back, yeah. That's the way,
you wanna-
Tristan and
Hold on, there was...
Would you
Hey,
like it to
Frank
group
went.
us up and take us to that
one
location
second.
then?
Wasn't there a thing down here this way? No, I guess not.
I already looked just to make sure.
Alright, well then, yeah, I guess we're going up the stairs.
Staircase!
Staircase. I forgot Mayrog.
Careful about moving all your tokens around. I'm trying to literally grab you all and put you in place.
Yeah, no, I didn't move myself.
Oh, alright. And so, up the stairs, the party goes.
Gingerly.
Only
No, that's how Faunra does
Jesse
things.
and Faunra are, yeah. Da-dum, da-dum, bum. Da-dum, da-dum,
What?
bum.
Ah. There's no dynamic lighting, by the
there
way.
is.
I can see.
The-
Yeah.
I haven't done any for the individual walls in this bit because I don't need
Okay.
to.
Oh, I see shitloads
Okay.
of money. Yay.
Yes, so do I. It's gonna be a payday.
I see nothing but a bubble.
I see trees of green.
I see a
I
purple
see
person.
the giant queen.
Yep. But she has the Medusa icon on it, so she
Where
might
are
be
we?
frozen solid.
Yeah, she might be petrified.
Oh, there we go. Now I got me.
And there's like a gate thing over there? An archway of something?
Well, let's scout.
Now I can actually just turn off dynamic lighting. So hold up, I'm gonna do that.
Whoa.
You're gonna be able to see this giant
Okay.
fucking map in its full glory.
Oh god. I'm gonna zoom out so I can actually see it properly.
Oh, holy
Jesus.
shit, everything just
It's huge.
itself.
This is a chonky map.
Holy.
Wow.
It is a big bitch.
Like I have to zoom out to
suddenly it's
10% to see
Yes,
everything.
you do have to zoom out to 10-20% to see it all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw this map and I was like, this is the perfect Beholder map.
Yep.
Too bad it's not in the shape of a beholder.
if that one was of larger scale, then yes, obviously, absolutely, that's what I would have picked. It wasn't. No.
This last one almost. This last room almost hit.
Yeah, this would have been the ideal
Rooms.
entrance to this place, and have the beholder come through. I guess it couldn't have squeezed through here, but whatever.
No, that
No,
passageway
not
is
really.
one wide.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, it's 2 squares.
Here.
But yeah, it's not wide enough.
But yeah, as you come up, there is natural light in this room. You can see out of the mountains and into the valleys below, even the lake. To reiterate, I shall pull you over to the map quickly. You guys are basically right around here at this point. From going inside the mountain, you can see out the tip.
Okay.
Just a tip.
Just the tip, just to see how it feels. Don't get tagged. There. You've actually, go figure, you've punched through the side of a mountain.
Yay.
And yeah, you are technically not alone in this place, as fresh and breezy as it is. You can see that there is a large woman. She appears to be a stone statue that has been treated with tender affection and care, dressed in the full regalia of a paladin, writ large, muscular. Obviously she's grayscale, but you can get the hints at the deep colors of rich purples and blues. And she stood there wielding. Let's see here if what happens. I need to double check. Or did I leave you on the monsters? I have so many tokens already. I don't know how Savin copes from the number he has.
He doesn't.
Look, I just have a very
He can cope.
I have a very well organized naming scheme for all of my everything, okay?
Yeah, you're a elf one.
Oh, you mean the tokens? Look, again, it
No. I'm talking about
yeah.
sheets. And those tokens are fine. If you look up elf, you find
yeah,
elf.
I mean, again, they're not meant to be I'm looking through the giant folders on your computer. You just upload all of them onto Roll20 and then you search for keywords. But yeah, with sheets, they're just all very organized name, bandit, comma, whatever stat block, or fighter, comma, whatever stat block. And it's very easy.
Oh, I do them by dungeon. I make subfolders for dungeons and then just put all the monsters that are going to be in that dungeon in that subfolder.
I reuse things too much to do that. I'll make a name, comma, for specific dungeons, the Herona dungeon coming up. Everything is wilder, comma, whatever.
That's fair. That makes sense.
I will say this. Savin can handle his stuff really well. Roll20 is having an issue with it.
Yeah. Roll20 was not made
I
to
mean-
have 500 character sheets and 300 maps in it.
It's almost like that campaign is like multi-year long and has so much for that just one Roll20.
I have just been carrying forward the same Roll20 since 2014, yes, but you know.
Yeah, 8 years of stuff into it. Yeah.
It's a little chonky. At this point, I can't really do anything about it either because I use a lot of those maps all the time.
Yeah, you can't like just.
Yeah, I have to
make
make
a
a
new
new
one, you'd have to
campaign
port
setting to
everything
get a
over.
new Roll20, and at that point, I might as well get a new Roll20 account too, so I can empty out my token folder.
Oh, I'm gutted. One of the things I made for her, I don't have the handout for her anymore.
Oh.
That's really frustrating.
Well, what happened to it? You didn't delete it.
I don't know. I checked archived. It's not in
Maybe
there.
it fell into the wrong folder on the main screen.
Maybe.
That could be it.
I know I constantly
I'll look through.
lose like the experience handout. Okay, if you watch Savin&D, like, you'll see at the end of every session I open the wrong fucking folder like 9 times out of 10. It does happen.
It's like a really important thing that she's got. I really don't want to have to put it back in again. I think I do.
Well, that's lame. Well, I mean, we can investigate the rest of the room while you're retyping that or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Maybe I left it somewhere.
Yeah, unless like she
Accidentally put it in the
become
deserts
active because of
campaign.
that
Here we go. At the very least, the description is in her character sheet. Okay, that is something. I will take that. So, in her hands, she appears to be wielding a greatsword. This sword looks completely and utterly plain in every possible way. But everyone with a divine class, so that would be
me and
Yep.
Stray
and Faunra as well. She's
and Faunra too.
divine.
Yeah. Yep.
This blade evokes like a wanton combination of confusion or loss or longing, essentially. Would each of you give me, please, a religion check?
Okay.
Ah, poo.
I'm terrible at it, but okay. 4.
All right. You have no idea why this blade sings to you oh so mightily, but it does. You feel it like a tugging on your heartstrings. It confuses and baffles you.
Are their reactions enough for Tris to make it like a check of his own to see if he recognizes anything is amiss?
I suppose.
All right.
Taji's 3 isn't going to help either.
Would I also be making a religion check or an arcana check?
Either.
25.
If I could make an arcana check, I would have done.
Well, you made a religion.
You shouldn't have been able to make a check to begin with.
Yeah, you're not a divine class. Oh wait, no, yeah, you are. You're a cleric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
she's a
I
cleric.
am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's a cleric.
Wait.
Unfortunately, it's a 3. But no, you could only
Yeah.
use religion for this because it was the free check. This is Trist's. I don't know. But yeah,
I was semi-right.
it acts as the Holy Avenger for only 1 round a day, and at all other times as a +3 greatsword.
I mean,
When you hit a fiend or undead with it, that creature takes an extra 2d10 radiant. While you hold the drawn sword, creates an aura 10-foot radius around you. You and all creatures friendly to you in the aura have advantage on saving throws against spells and magic effects. Ends at the start of your next turn.
I mean, a +3 greatsword, a +3 fucking greatsword.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's only +3 fucking greatsword.
Now, will Faunra be able to handle the depression it causes for no reason?
She already deals
not
with being away from
wait,
Ronnie
wait.
for extended periods of time.
It's not for no reason. I don't know why it does, but it's not for no reason.
Again, don't move. I will say this. other than starting to basically oiling themselves up. And says,
Oh yeah,
"You'll
You all
have a-"
also you had to infant climb up these stairs because they're giant steps. So you've been doing that like arms and elbows on the step, and then push yourself up, climb, and doing that the whole way
I
out.
think you mean Cass has been flying.
Yeah.
Apart from Cass flying, yes, Cass did fly. It was really awkward and uncomfortable to fly inside a staircase, though. She did not have a fun time, but she definitely got up there pretty quickly.
Then again, if it's just a large
I will
size stairs,
say.
I mean, she's a large size creature. She could probably handle them just walking up.
Clambering upstairs on stone stairs and here is less fun than you might imagine, she will insist. Especially if you have to full body lever yourself.
Okay. Look, choose your pain.
Faunra.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see that
Faunra.
now.
Ooh,
What?
books.
Yeah, you have one of those swords already, don't you? It's basically
Yes,
just
it
applying
is.
oil faster and faster.
It does resemble the false Avenger that I had, that we found.
Yeah.
You
You
the
can
false
pull
Avenger
out.
and the replica Avenger now.
Yep. Let's see here. Yeah. It looks like that blade, but made entirely of stone. Although there is artistry on the stone blade that looks like it's been engraved in, that is missing from the replica.
See, I wonder if these were made by the same individual.
So
Someone
before you
trying
go
to
further,
recreate
Tristan.
this
Yeah, I see that
legendary
portal.
artifact.
It's an archway of some kind, at least.
No one just builds an archway in the middle of a room. That's got to be a portal.
More than likely, yes, but I'm simply calling it an archway for now until we know more.
Portal to Health Town.
We'll see. What fucking oil are you talking? Are you using?
Slipperiness.
God, you're so
Okay.
determined to be slippery.
But why?
Yeah,
And who are you putting it on? Just yourself?
myself.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Okay then.
Yeah, you are at most threat if there happens to be a second beholder.
All right.
Let's. Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah.
I kind
Yeah.
of wanted to tippy
There's-
tappy closer to the person so I could see better, but okay.
Let's leave her for just
there's-
a minute and make sure there's no other threats around. Because if there's going to be
Yes.
something that comes at us, it's going to be through there.
We know there's
Yes,
books, but an archway is more dangerous. than
Unless you're
books.
afraid of 1,000 book mimics, the archway is the only active threat here.
Oh my god. Could we get book mimic friends?
Yeah.
Hey, Taji, are there book mimic friends?
There are, but I don't know if there are any here.
Jesse, come with me. Let's see if there's any traps before we go into this. Oh, Tristan, yes, that works too.
All right. Assuming there are no
Yes.
traps.
Yes.
Putter on up.
It does not detect any traps, no.
What the fuck this be?
Alright, is there words on it?
It certainly looks like a gigantic stone portal, and you can see that there are runes inscribed in it in Giantish.
I speak Giantish conveniently.
Me
I can
and
read
Tristy.
Giantish.
Give me a Arcana.
Okay.
I will assist you.
Boop. 32 crit.
With a crit, I guess I can just say this is a portal to the elemental chaos.
Oh no.
Oh.
And
Oh dear.
with a crit, you notice something. It's just propped up against the wall here in the corner. It's just resting there.
Yeah.
What is
What
it?
is it?
Oh my god!
Okay.
What the
What?
fuck?
No.
This sounds like my thing.
Yes.
It sounds like no. It
Why?
sounds like Tiara.
Yeah,
thing.
this belongs directly to Tiara.
God, I just meant looking at it.
It's basically a casting weapon. You can only use it 50 times, and then that's it. It's done. It's gone for good and ever. But I couldn't not put a little bit of a Stargate meme in there, and the reason why is because fucking Stargate
Yeah,
soldiers
okay.
crop up in Savin's game, just like tumbling out of fucking portals.
Is it really only a 30-foot range on it?
For balance reasons, yes, it's 3120 for accuracy's sake.
Look, a P90 is not a
Okay.
sniper weapon.
I mean,
Let's not go there. I'm sure there's a frothing series of gun knowledges. More importantly, this is the Stargate weapon.
That's funny. Okay, gonna.
If you
The hell
hadn't
is
wanted
that?
to be insane, you would have just given us a broken staff blaster or whatever they're called.
It's true.
I think
Oh,
it is
yeah.
See, this is much
What
I
funnier
think it
though.
is much
thing?
funny to give you guys a
For,
gun, especially since you have a member of the Fourth Wall Police standing right here. So if you guys start trying to
that's
do
what I
things
meant.
like figure out how it works, she can come over and stop.
I mean,
that.
she can try.
What the? She can
She
try.
can.
What the hell
She
is
will.
this
She
thing,
will
Tristan?
succeed one day, even if she has to do James Bond shit to destroy it.
What the hell
She
is this thing?
can't be
Tristan?
allowed to let this thing stay after you use all the
All
ammo.
right. Hey, listen up, you
Yep.
primitive screwheads. No, we'll pick this thing up and look at it funny. Just look down this strange barrel. Huh, what's this do? Hey, look, there's a trigger on it. Bop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
no.
could. You are tough enough to survive
I'm
shooting
not
yourself at least
going
once.
to do it. That is absolutely the sort of thing that would
Yeah,
happen.
if-
But luckily, Tris knows what a crossbow is. And
if-
figure out what a trigger and a barrel
Yeah,
do.
no.
Yeah.
Still.
What's
Anyone starts staring down the barrel, Tachi will reach out and say,
Yeah,
"No."
I think
You can try.
I think I'm gonna roll a Tinker's Tool test just to figure out how to safely handle this thing. Because what the fuck is this?
What does
go for
buttons
it.
do on it?
Oh, let's find out.
All right, with your Tinker's Tool test, luckily, as you're looking this thing over, you can see that there is. I forget, Ariel. You have Eyes of the Cheetah, right?
Yeah.
Sure. As you're looking over it, Ariel spots one of the things you're pointing at. Oh, one of those says just safety on it. That's probably how to hold it safely.
Tris will flick the switch over to safe.
Yep. Oh yeah, it was definitely left there unsafe.
Of
It's now
course.
set to safe, and when you try and pull the trigger, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Good.
Hey,
Fascinating.
Tiara.
Hello, yes.
We found a new toy.
All right. What kind of new toy? Is it like the ones that you guys found in the box, or is it like
It's
the
a
one
shooty
that
toy.
you know? Nice, gimme.
Tristan will
Looks like a really advanced crossbow.
will explain how it works and that she can just like look through the little optical sight.
Sure.
I am obligated
Hey.
to destroy that when it runs out of ammo.
Why?
You can try. Why?
I can't tell you.
Then you're not destroying it. It looks fantastic.
You don't even know what it looks like. It looks like a stupid box.
Yeah, but look at what it's
It looks
made
like
out
that,
of. I've
yeah.
never seen anything
Okay.
like this before. It's like I don't know. It's half metal, half something else.
We should study it and see if we can
I have a-
replicate it.
I wonder where it came
Wait,
from.
study. Wait, I have a question here.
Go on.
Tachi,
Mm-hmm.
would you say that this thing is like that magical race-changing scroll that I won? That it's not from
In
this
that
world.
sense, yes, it is. It's definitely not from this world. No,
So?
Okay.
Yeah, and
I can't have.
Oh.
Oh, defeat the
I
big
don't
bad
think
evil
you
guy
can
with
actually-
friendship and this gun we
oh
found.
god, we actually can now.
Yep.
Yes, it can absolutely be a useful thing against Dracul, but if it runs out of ammo, I have to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Why?
Another.
I don't.
Again, I
don't
can't
see a
tell
reason.
you.
Because it.
Well, then I don't see a reason to get rid of it.
Hey,
Uh,
hey, Ariel, listen. Apparently, even Tristan's mom can't replicate this scroll.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So think about that. I would say one of the greatest
This is
archmages
not
of
that
our
kind of
time.
magic.
This doesn't look like it's magic at all. It's
Listen.
not radiating.
Yeah, I was gonna like aim
Exactly.
at a wall with this thing and then flick the safety. Hey, Kina, can you give me an intelligence test for Tiara?
Time to deafen yourself.
I was gonna say then. I was trying to point
Okay,
out
she doesn't
that
shoot
the
herself.
level
That's
of
good.
I just want to put out that whatever that thing is made of, more than likely, even our greatest inventors won't be able to replicate.
Well,
I
But
don't
they
know
can
about that,
certainly
which is why I
try.
gotta get rid of it.
I really don't see a reason to get rid of it.
Something is telling me this is bad news if this gets replicated, and I think it might be able to.
All right.
Oh well, it's useful for the knights.
Tiara is going to fire a test shot. I know she's using up those very, very valuable 50 bullets, but like,
how can
there's
you
no
not?
way you don't just take it and just
How can you
there's
not
no way
just
you
fire
don't
at
do
least
that.
one shot?
All right. So what does semi and full mean?
Just put it in semi.
Mm,
It means it
All
just
right.
fires once.
semi usually means like half or something like that.
Okay, so this is at half strong, and she will aim at a wall and fucking fire a P90 at it. Even with everyone covering their ears. Gah! Loud!
Also ricochet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ding, ding, ding,
ricochet.
ding, ding.
Yeah, there's a twang! Luckily no one gets hit. Ah! Ooh! Ooh, that hurt.
Ow!
Yeah, see, that's
Ow!
powerful.
Bob was in the
I'm just gonna.
Bob was in the middle of talking and wasn't covering the ears.
Most people weren't covering their ears. Tiara included. Ha! Ooh! I need earplugs.
Yeah, here.
Ha!
Give me this for a second. I'll make you some earplugs.
She flicks the safety in and hands it back.
All right. I'm going to take the magazine out so that it doesn't like get used up for now. It's gonna like disconnect it.
Let's see here. Yeah, okay. You can detach it, but you can see that the magazine doesn't you can't loosely make this thing dispense bullets for whatever reason. It looks like there's some kind of feature that lets them load and spit, but it doesn't manually unload.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just taking the mag out so she doesn't put it down and shoot herself.
That's fair.
All right.
She did flick the safety before handing it back, so it looks like a 17 intelligence is good enough for gun safety. Or trigger discipline. Or it might also be because she's been used to firing a crossbow that, if left levered and ready to go, will rip her fingers off.
Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at that portal for now. Is there an activation rune or anything on this?
Not that you can see. You'd probably have to, actually juice it up, which would possibly be quite an expensive endeavor.
So you say that, but I actually have the battery for one of those. It's just broken. And we have a gem mine downstairs. I bet Cass could fabricate a new power gem down there.
That is possible.
Because
let's keep that an idea.
Yeah, I also, to be fair, don't want to really fuck around going to the Elemental Chaos, so we got to go save Belle. So, as long as this thing is
that and you guys are knights. You are trained with the knowledge that beasts of darkness came through things like this, and you'd rather not start another war against something that you're in the middle of everything.
Wait, beasts of darkness came through things like
Well, you know that they're extra dimensional, and that's a dimension, and it's not a dimension. It's not a leisure.
This portal's been powered down for now. There's no way it's turning on without some kind of power crystal. So
temptation to break it intensifies, but I'll hold back for now.
Yeah.
Everyone's playing with the flapjack makers. What's in here?
All right, in there you can see that there is a bookcase full of tomes. Some of them look magical and mysterious, and also 2 large giant-sized chests. With giant-sized padlocks on them.
Hey, Jesse. Do you want to stand on my shoulders again?
Okay. And she'll wander over and do exactly that. Girl can't fail.
Amazing.
It's fine. You may have a really high passive, but you also have a much higher than human constitution, so you recover. Just a bunch of ear ringing for a bit. Bit of lesser resto can fix that. Alright. Jessie unlocks this. And then she'll hop over and do the same to the other one. Bother rolling it again. They're identical locks. Alright. And still standing on Hallie's shoulders, I guess, is going to push the chest up and reveal the contents.
It's all giant pantaloons.
Some of it, yes. It appears to be like a lot of personal effects. Some of it has obviously become moth-eaten down to nothing, but some of it is clearly at least like mundane magical, in that it hasn't fallen apart. And some of these appear to be like beautiful dresses and gowns and like a full, I guess we'd recognize it as a like frilled and collared tail suit, but all very much fabricated in the sizes of that person stood standing still and stoic over at the north end of the room. There's also a large flask and a couple. Oh yeah, like lovely frilled suits. This lady probably really does rock a suit.
Way too large for us.
Yep, just a bit. Let's see here. So it's clothing, drink. You can find a mirror, a large makeup box, although most of the makeup within it has dried. There is appear to be a magical lipstick and a couple of perfumes.
Magical lipstick.
Hmm.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, Jessie will like just sort of tap the lipstick after squeezing it out onto her knuckle. And although it looked matte when she put it on, you can see that there's a like a lovely glitter sheen on her knuckle, and she'll wipe that off. And of course, it stays glittery. Ah, right, okay. She will then slide the lipstick tube away.
I'll try it out.
Oh, come on, that was another person's lips, probably at some point.
Prestidigitation.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
She sighs and just tosses you the giant lipstick. And yeah, it is a big one. You'll have to be very, very careful applying it. Made for big lips.
Perhaps a bit too big for me. Something to try on later.
But yeah, this, when you apply the lipstick, it doesn't come off. It stays there for an entire 24 hours, and it appears to be like a little lovely glittery purple.
And the real question is, does it stay on but leave marks still?
Hard to say.
That's half the fun of it.
It probably doesn't. It probably just looks nice all the time. That's too complicated otherwise.
That's true.
Because then it would need to be like self-replicating whilst on your lips.
Yeah, that could be a big issue for things.
Yeah. All right, Jessie will hop down like, all right, that one was personal effects for a big, big lady. A really big lady. And she'll pause and look into the main room and shake herself out of it. And then clamber up again.
What do you mean, what?
What are you thinking?
Dang.
What do you mean, what am I thinking? I'm clearly thirsting for a gigantic woman who could kill me.
Oh, yeah, no, I get that. Okay, that makes sense.
But you already met my older sister. She carried you away.
It's true. She was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but that was just training for the biggest woman.
But yeah, clearly, this is what all of the marathoning has been for. But no, I'm probably not going to be even remotely that confident if they stop being stone and have words to say. I also don't speak giantish.
Look, just offer to be used like a living dildo. It's universal language.
Yeah. She will lift open this one, and it contains $120 longswords.
120 longswords.
Yep.
Is that it?
That appears to be it. Or I'd have to go rummaging through a box that's entirely all sharp things to get to the bottom. That might take me a bit.
That's fine.
I feel like it might.
It's like she doesn't really want to dig her fist into the open blade cutlery drawer looking for goodies at the bottom.
I mean, we'll have to. Okay, we'll have to get the swords
I'll have to
out
get those out
eventually.
like individually, yes, if I wanted to do that. And that's time consuming.
Yeah, we can
Uh,
deal with that later.
You said there's like magical tomes?
Yeah.
Oh, Cass is looking through
So,
all Jesse's fucking blocks.
yeah, Cass can see that amongst a couple of like normal books that have similarly worn away to nothing, there are 40 old spell books, all
Oh.
humanoid sized as opposed to giants. And
Well, now.
again, some of them have like Protonite insignia, some of them appear to be personal ones. This is like the treasure trove of the Fallen right here.
Cass gonna scoop up all these fucking spell books. Because wizard. Literally no one else can use
Okay,
spell
yeah, that's fine.
books.
Well, yes, I was just going to. No, never mind. I have thoughts, and I'm fine as I am.
Well, you want to be a wizard? Superior wizard?
I've thought about it a bit.
Wizarding is cool. I suppose, isn't that in your family? The Magus thing?
Yeah.
It seems so.
Maybe over winter, Cass can teach you the art of spellblading.
Heck, maybe the art of spellblading is in one of those.
If I were to learn the art of spellblading, I'd learn it from my mother. She's quite adept at it.
Good point. But yeah, that 40 old spell books is pretty fucking big deal, and some of them is probably going to be some interesting old magic.
That's a huge deal for wizards.
I will see what turns up.
Yeah.
I'll probably even grab some really weird shit and some old like first and second edition stuff.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Maybe there's a book in here for realm magic.
Oh boy. That'd be awesome.
Realm magic. I don't know what realm magic
From
is.
Birthright, it gives you like domain level spells like create a whole ass castle or teleport your army.
Oh. That's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it's the realm magic is a
Some of it though is grossly inefficient.
Yeah,
it's quite funny how bad some of them are.
It is super inefficient. There was a secondary mechanic in Birthright that you basically got only when you leveled up that determined how many realm abilities you could use. But the way I've run it in Savin is it just consumes the income you get from a domain itself for a bit to fuel them. And also they take a long ass time to cast.
Yep. Okay. In here you can find let's see here. Lots and lots of old diaries. These ones appear to all be giant-sized, and all of them are in preserved condition.
Let's not look through these until we have the lady unfrozen.
Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that a lot of these belong to a lot of those names on the pillars.
Probably.
True.
Shall we check out the coin room then?
Big fat stacks?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of big fat stacks.
So am I.
Sidle in. And then Scrooge in and then realize that, ow, it doesn't work like that. Gold is hard.
Ooh.
Gold is hard, yes.
Ugh.
What does Faunra and Tiara find poking around in this room?
I just said the books in there appear to be a huge collection of old diaries. They're all in like pristine, preserved condition, and some of them are probably named and line up with a couple of the names you saw on pillars. Like this seems to be a secondary memorial, perhaps equals like old Crusade story.
Or are any of them in like languages I can read?
They're all in Giantish.
Damn. Okay, it's all a bunch of gobbledygook.
Just pull on Hallie's here.
Found a bunch of books, but they're all in Giant.
Hallie's Minotaur speak Giant.
Or at least I think it's Giant. I don't know how to read it really. I assume it's Giant because presumably their owner is a giant.
You know, a bit of know a powerful ranger.
What?
Well, yeah, if I remember correctly, the rangers have, I think, like a magical ability to have endless ammunition for their weaponries, bows, crossbows, and stuff like that.
What does that have to do with the conversation we're having?
Jesus Christ.
No, just idle thought.
We're
That
rich, guys.
And every single fucking one is a
Holy
mimic.
Alright,
shit.
Scow. Before I add this
What the
to our party
fuck?
loot, should I not add this to our party loot right now?
I don't know. It depends on how all of this goes for you.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So that's
Okay.
a no. That's
Yeah,
a no.
I'm gonna copy this down so it doesn't get lost, and then yeah, is the plate
Sure.
armor magic, or is it just?
Yeah, it's probably magic.
Yes,
Okay,
yes it is.
I will identify that real quick.
What's the plate armor do?
What the plate armor doing?
Maybe it makes you a giant.
That'd be totally useless for me, but
If it's magical, it'll just shrink to fit. Oh.
Is it time to become a strength sorcerer?
well, no. I mean, Ariel was saying that the giant armor might make you into a giant if you put it on,
Yeah,
which would be unfortunate
Probably
for
not, 'cause-
Cass's back. Although
Yeah,
it would make
it
it
would,
much
yeah.
No,
more
you give it
efficient
to
for me to blow her
Cass.
back out.
No, Savin, you give it to
Oh
Cass,
no.
and then everyone can ride on her. And we have like one giant mount. See? It's perfect.
Can you imagine how the person who like stresses out about her weight all the time would react to being like huge sized and weighing literally like 20 tons?
Oh god, yeah, no, she'd have a fucking conniption.
Yeah, she'd have a conniption.
Just like the first time
Think
something
about it.
collapses under her
She'd be-
weight, she'd just die of a heart attack.
But the best
Unironic,
thing
that
is,
plate would
she's
actually might be a good
giant
idea.
size. She's giant size. Then you make her dragon. And then she's a giant tower dragon, which is perfect. So she flies. And it's amazing.
So
Dude, that would be fine outside, in the middle of the outside.
What's the penalty for having armor that you don't have enough strength to? Is it just like can't move as fast?
Yeah, I believe it's it's at least a speed penalty, and I think it might also impose disadvantage on your attack rolls. Let me look.
Never mind then.
It's one of those things that I
I think it's
Here we go.
speed.
It reduces the wearer's speed by 10 feet. Yeah, that's all. Okay. Right, it's only if
Hey,
you're not
you know what?
proficient that it fucks you up real hard.
So
Unironically, play would be a good upgrade for me.
Yeah, actually.
Scout the books.
Hold on.
Hold up,
Scouts.
I'm trying to show all for this armor. As for the books, they are the personal logs that are people who have been on a crusade or have brought together like families and been hunted or hunted humans as well. Like clearly it's hard to, they print themselves very much as the protagonists of this story, even though from what you can tell they started it. It certainly looks like they weren't prepared to finish it. The knights sure were.
Captain's log. Stone date 44122325.
Yeah.
Boring journals, Faunra.
Oh. Well, like, the story, the journals of who, though?
Pin over 3 times.
I'll flip to the first page. I assume it's a lady over there, but we might be able to have a name for her before we start interacting with her.
That would be a good idea.
Scout, can I go to the earliest journal I can find?
Sure, go for it.
Transmutation.
Giant Tally, a fixture for
Sets
all
the
of her
wearer's
woes.
strength to 25. Jesus Christ.
There's no
Is-
secret on it
mean-
either. It's just you just become stonks.
Well, you have a belt of like cloud giant strength, right?
Yeah, well, that
Faunra?
thing's cursed as fuck, obviously.
There is
Faunra has-
secrets on that, and I'm not foolish enough
No.
to simply just
I mean,
put it on.
you can legend lore and see what
Well,
happens with
yes.
it. I mean, eventually.
Next time someone has
Yeah,
Legend
yeah.
Lore prepare, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's true. It's true.
In the meantime,
But you don't use like plate armor, do you, Kina?
Actually, yeah, that's
No,
right.
I can't
Faunra's
wear
not
that
even
stuff.
proficient in Playdar. Never mind.
I'm not.
It's
I wear I
literally
Who is though?
it's literally me and Ariel, I think. Actually, no, Taji.
And
That's
me.
right, because you
And
get it from your.
Hallie.
Oh,
And Hallie, that person who's
Hallie,
always
Hallie, yeah.
been really sad about their height.
That's true. We
yeah.
could
Fixing Hallie's
give it.
height forever.
We could give it to Hallie. That would be
Listen.
pretty funny.
Listen. Fixing Hallie's height problems forever would be really funny, but I will be willing, and Hallie would be willing to give that up for realizing, yeah, but I also don't go up and stab people
Yeah.
in the front line a
This
lot.
would be kind of a waste
true.
on Hallie. It's true.
just a
It
little
would be
bit.
a waste. It would just be a tremendous confidence boost.
I mean, the best person it would be on would be Tristan.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest,
I
yeah.
mean,
As much as
That's
I like
what
the idea
Cass
of
will
becoming a
sigh.
giant
I
woman,
won't be able to carry him on my back anymore.
yeah, I don't really
Again,
want to
well,
be.
A
I mean, I'll
confidence
become a
boost.
giant woman.
Again, it's
Yeah, I'm getting art
it's
done.
kind of a waste on people who don't have extra attack
Yeah.
and a good weapon.
No,
So, like, it really is just Tristan and Ariel for optimization purposes.
Big Bunny.
I will.
Big bunny, it seems.
Well, I was gonna say that if you give it to Taji, I can take what she's wearing.
It wouldn't work on Taji.
I'm literally getting art done right now. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Oh
It
yes.
literally also just it wouldn't work on.
Oh,
Her stats
That's
can't be changed.
true.
oh, right.
That's right.
It's literally only useful on the people we've already said, and for
don't know.
primo optimization, it's probably just button time. It's
I mean,
fine.
the alternative is, I guess,
Yeah.
with Triss' big fucking
it
brain,
to
how
Bob.
difficult would it be to strip the large sizingness out of this armor?
Oh, the large sign, this is
Uh,
fun.
It's
Hard
legendary.
to say. It is a legendary
Yeah, it's
magical item,
legendary.
first of its kind and only of its kind.
All right, because
I think that is outside of your scope without putting years into
that's
it.
true. Because here's the thing: I have an ability that lets me increase my. Wait, no, it wouldn't. All right, let's table this for all, because it takes an hour to attune to it anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not putting on right.
we have a little bit anyway. Yeah.
All right, let's go fucking unfreeze the giant and see if any of this matters. She's just gonna take all her shit anyway.
Well, if he tries to fight, I'll just here
Yeah, if you.
break, like line of sight kind of.
I don't think she's the one who's
Yes.
turning people to stone, given the whole fact that she's the one who
No.
got turned to stone.
I would have thought it would have been the basilisk, but
Well,
I mean, I guess it could have been up here as well.
yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, Jesse, you can take position.
She sighs and climbs out of the money pile.
Bob, wouldn't you be the one who does the Never mind. Fucking Hallie. Time to greater resto a giant.
Spread yourselves in case she is ready for combat immediately.
I'm sorry, I'm just arguing with Bob in general channel again. Also, first page.
Oh, jeez, that's some big lightning out there.
Oh, got a lightning storm?
It seems I
You
just heard a
okay?
big roll of thunder. Yeah, I'm good.
Can I at least look to the first journal page and see if it's at least annotated with their name? We can at least try to go armed with the name of this person before we do the Wiggly Wampus.
Again, these aren't her journals, though, necessarily.
I mean, there could be a reference to this princess if this is the princess, considering they're walking around with an Avenger and they're dressed.
Oh yeah,
in
I'm
what
sure
appears
she's
to be full
mentioned in
plate
there. It's just not likely.
Yeah, we
going
just
to be
go
in the
to the
first page.
beginning. Well, we go to the beginning, and it's just like our glorious leader in the year of our glorious leader with the sword, blah blah, blah or the daughter, blah de blah.
Give me an intelligence test.
Oh no!
Yeah, good luck.
But what if I handed it to Tristy, who can also read Giantish?
All right, fine.
Not a native speaker.
Let's see. I'll upgrade this to investigation. I'm just looking for this bitch's name. That's all I care about.
Sure. Okay.
13.
13, eh? You're sure it's in here
15.
somewhere. And stop. All right. You after doing yet more picking through. Let's see here. It is in the journal of accounts of someone who, by record, you think maybe was a personal guardian, like someone who literally did watch over the princess in their infancy. This individual's name is Therese.
What? Why would you name this person after my mom?
Haha.
Oh no, would you like me to change her name?
No, it's fine.
Look, we just get to talk about Therese using Jessie as her personal dildo later. It's fine.
My God.
It's one of those where everyone just like leans and looks, but is she hot?
All right.
I have backup names, so I can certainly pull out a different one.
No, it's
All
fine.
right. Now,
Okay.
go grope her boob and unstonify her.
Okie dokie. And I will spend the spell slot. Greater rest,
Okay.
though.
You cast Greater Restoration, and slowly color returns to this individual's huge form. And with it, like, all of the other things that people have to them. Texture, smell. She doesn't smell like a rock anymore. Instead, there is like a light, perfumed fragrance. There is a giving softness to her body, accompanied by seemingly endless hard muscle kept beneath plate armor that at first looked normal, but you recognize now as seeming to be of some kind of burnished black metal material.
Oh, cool. She's Lord Winter. In
Death has come to your world.
Giantess, Tristan's gonna say, "Easy, easy. We mean you no harm."
Be you knights.
Yes, but not the ones you fought.
It does not matter. You are a child of man, yes?
Well, that's a good question, actually. I'm not entirely sure. I think she's technically a fae now, mostly a dragon.
This is nonsense and head games. I will not listen to your foolishness. I am oath bound to face you, in memory of my people. I do not know for whence you came, or why I am here.
Because you were frozen in stone for
When?
500 fucking years. We just unstoned you.
Oh, well, thank you. I will keep that in mind after I beat you all down, and get all of the answers to my questions at my leisure.
We can just answer the questions now.
That means I would have to parley peacefully with the child of man. It sounds like a terrible idea, and a great shame to my family.
Look, lady, we're not at all related to whoever it was you were fighting here. We're trying to kick the shit out of a vampire that's taken over this island. We do not want a quarrel with you.
We're undead and darkness hunters. We don't care about giants. Hallie will say this in Giantish, being a native speaker of Giant.
She slowly folds her arms under her chest. Then do my people live?
You're the one of 3 people we found alive down here. There was a Ganassi and somebody with wings. We're not really sure what she is.
Do my people live? The giants! Fucking talkie man.
Not around here. I don't know if there are giants elsewhere, but as far as we know, you are the only giant alive on this island.
She... In fact, one sec, let's see here if you can keep a straight face. Alright, there's like a momentary flicker across her face, but otherwise manages to do an impressive job of remaining stoic and standstill.
Yeah, as well.
Well, child of man, I am oath bound to face you in the name of my people and their honor, that there are none living to bear witness. I will permit you the opportunity to surrender and go down to the prisons, if there are any prisons remaining.
Lady, come on, this is unnecessary.
Honor is not unnecessary.
How does it help your people if you just get yourself killed? I mean, hell, we're not going to kill you. There's no point in that. This is literally just a waste of time.
How can you say such a thing is a waste of time?
Ugh.
How glorious it must be for you to have remained on the winning side.
Look, we're...
Okay. Let's just check it. We fight and say you lose.
You speak Giantish?
Okay, let's just run. No,
This is unfortunately a giantish.
I'll have to check. Druidic Sylvan, Draconic, Abyssal Comet. No, cat.
Okay,
Yep.
look, if you really want to fight, we can fight, I guess.
Of course I want to fight.
Hold on 1 second. Just to look to the rest of the group. She wants to have an honor fight because she's angry at humans for reasons.
What do you mean for reason? Tristan, you clearly know those reasons are.
Yeah, and do you see any fucking giant?
And then she speaks up in common. The reason is obvious. It is because your families, your ancestors slew mine to the man. And left me to rot here, apparently stolen.
I don't think this was our ancestors. There's this fucking...
Every name in this place, written upon the walls, recorded. Surely it has not been so many years that even that has been wiped away. All slain to the man by a knight. They all look like you, they dress like you, they fight like you. Do you think...
Lady, there's a bunch of fucking
whatever it
undead
is you
down
have
here.
to
Knights
say-
don't go around raising undead. This wasn't us. Who finished you off?
Bullshit.
What was this knight's name?
What do you mean, was this knight's name? I mean all knights. Are you crazy?
Well, who was...
Your people wiped mine out.
Fine, do you know who was in charge of that?
Fuck. Yes, sure. It was some Grand Lieutenant, Vicer.
Gonna fucking roll history?
Sure.
Yeah, I think so.
23 with rubbing heads with other knights?
It rings a bell and you're not quite sure why.
Alright, I guess with the... You know what? No, I don't think casting guidance, this is a good idea. She's going to interpret us casting spells in a hostile manner.
Yeah, no, she probably
Yeah.
gonna...
Sure,
okay.
that would
Tristan
be
just, like, slack you down.
immediate
Like,
Hang on,
hostile.
let me throw.
Yeah, you
I
can
can
throw
give
a
it a
history
shot.
in there if anyone else wants to. Nope.
Let's see. Cassie, how's your history looking? No.
It'd be very nice if I couldn't roll. 4.
Wait, hold on. I have a thing. So 23 plus 4 from Flesh Genius.
Of course, Eureka.
Eureka.
Alright. Yeah, sure,
Oh, yeah.
that does now cross the threshold. Lieutenant Vicer, aka you would have known them as the ancient Vicer Sunstar, who you have seen the name turn up before. The first one of the people responsible for doing like classic +1 weapons and armor back in the day was Lady Sunstar, Magister of the First Dawn. Vicer Sunstar was either some kind of partner or a father to this person.
Fine. Look, the Sunstars, we're talking something that happened 500 years ago. I know that's seems like it was just the other day to you, but to us this is barely in living memory. Like I'm dredging up the depths of my knowledge here just to pick the name up. It's been, what is that? 500 divided by 20. It's been 25 generations-ish since then. But our people. We're not the same as those. Barely even their culture has survived.
I don't think that matters to her, Tristan.
That
Ha-
the knowledge that it has been 25 generations away seems to hit her like a slap around the face.
Hallie's just gonna look up at her. There's no dragons or elves or giants left.
there's not
Hi,
many.
yes, Elfia, right?
Not from those
Yeah,
days.
what? Not high elves. Okay, you're very clearly a bun, and also, you can only read, right?
I mean, if
Are you still saying in Giantish? I thought we switched to
Yeah,
common.
She switched to common, yeah. When Tristan explained in common, she then spoke up in common.
Okay, well, Hallie will continue in Giantish as that's literally her first language.
Sure, yeah.
The elves of old are gone, the dragons are gone, and we don't really want to hurt one of the last giants. We're fighting undead and evil guys, and Tristy's really nice.
Oh,
And isn't Tristy part fairy anyways?
yeah, I'm part faith. Not that she cares.
Yeah, it's fine.
Look, let us help you just find your kin somewhere. There has to be giants left. I've heard there's some in the north.
How far north?
And
No, this is ridiculous. Why am I listening to a bunch of humans and human adjacent?
Because
pauses
why
and gestures at
not?
The rest of you. Well, at least this one gets it, and she'll point at Ariel. Listen, the generations to which I swore my oath against may be come and gone, but you bear the brunt of their discretions. I would face you for honor's sake at least.
if it'll make you happy, fine, but
I don't think anything will make me happy.
then why
but
this?
Yes.
Why risk your life when you're all that's left of your culture here? That's such a damn waste.
Because
Why would
she's
you
all that's
risk
left.
your life for everything, huh? For anything? You came here on a crusade of your own.
Yes, because
Huh?
there's still people to protect, people I care about. If I was the last human
The
left,
people I
be damn
want
sure
to protect and care
be damn sure I would go out and try and make sure that we weren't the last. Find some way to bring it back. At least preserve it.
This is nonsense.
Oh, okay.
The people I want to protect are lost memories now. I cannot keep them alive with words. Keep them alive with deeds.
Yes,
You
you
can,
can.
literally.
Let the memory,
Well,
Fuck you.
metaphorically.
then let the memory be sated, and let her
If-
honor be fulfilled.
Oh, shut
If-
the fuck up, Ariel. For once in your goddamn life.
The so people only die 3 times. The first time is when they're
Nope, I'm not listening to these platitudes. You think I've not heard all of this shit before? I'm out of here.
Okay.
Fuck the lot of you.
At least we didn't have to kill her.
And she's just gonna start walking away.
Really? No fight?
Nope, fuck it.
Do you want to ride back to the
Be
mainland?
careful, there's
Do you want to ride on my sword?
Meat sword or?
Second while I check
And
our
boss
fucking
music.
character. While I check a character sheet. Yeah, you start seeing you see the bar appear at the bottom. Oh, princess, what? Do you have anything to just like fucking spike at a guy? You won the fight. You won it with depression.
I didn't want to win.
I know you didn't
I
win.
wanted to
I do-
fight.
I know.
I tried,
Yeah.
and then people
Yep.
told me to shut the fuck up if I just tried to let the
Yeah,
other
but
say it.
also, suicide via adventurer for one of the last living
We
members of the
weren't
race.
going to kill her.
That might not have. Our characters didn't even know that would be a thing. Faunra could have, gotten her down to the last 1 HP, and then she could have just grabbed Faunra's sword by the hilt and ran herself through. We don't know.
She wanted an honorable death, and I think as knights that would have been like, okay, fine.
She wanted to suicide by adventure, and that's not the way to do it.
Just gonna start stomping down the stairs.
Yeah, literally the TV trope's Death Seeker trope.
Out of character, she wanted suicide by cops. It's literally what she wanted.
That's why I said suicide by adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Hallie, you should probably go after her. You're the only person here who's capable of cheering people up when they're about to kill themselves.
No. Ah, God. Is this down or
That's
up?
down.
That way's down, yeah. She's going down.
Okay. I will hoppy cloppy after.
Sure.
Alright, fine. I'll just put my weapon away and my shield
There's
away.
no lighting, so you can just like grab your token and slide it over after her.
Would it have been such an atrocity to just give her what she wanted?
Yes.
Then I grab you.
I do not believe so, but
Yes.
apparently so.
Where?
Yeah, sorry about yelling at you, but no, she is the last living memory of her people, but her race exists in other places. That means once she get over the hump of, time and her existence, she can actually bring their memories to her race, to other people.
We have no idea what she was like in life. She very well could have just been the murderer of all knights, and you just said and let her loose.
Does it matter if it was fucking 500 years ago?
It wasn't 500 years ago to her.
It matters now if she decides, with an island full of knights, to go onto a rampage.
Yeah, we're not just gonna let her wander off unsupervised.
The events that she's talking about happened yesterday.
Yes, I know.
And to her, the very last thing that she has is her honor.
Fuck her honor.
Oh yes, and and this is, look at this. Look at the fucking ash over 100, maybe 1,000, maybe tens of thousands of deaths, and ask them how much their fucking honor is worth. She literally
worth
stands
everything
on the
to the
bones
living.
of all her dead. Oh yeah. It doesn't matter to the fucking dead. Only the living care about that.
Which
she's alive.
I ever thought that maybe, just maybe, to keep their memory, to keep their history, you don't go fucking kill yourself, because then it ends. That's it. Stop. Full stop. It ends.
She's a living treasure trove of history.
Planning to kill herself.
Letting her just off herself. Such a waste.
She had every confidence that she would beat us.
Who cares? Obviously she's not gonna. We're the fucking best. It's just an elaborate suicide scheme.
To us, yes. To her,
even
no.
she recognized it.
Well, now she's probably just going to go find our army and go kill herself on them. She's going to go charge into some of our knightly forces and just...
Yeah, like I said, we're not letting her just wander off unsupervised. That's why I sent Hallie after her.
We are not going to we cannot babysit this giant for our entire campaign.
I mean...
What?
Oh.
Who's that?
That was Ben.
Oh.
A giant would be a very valuable asset in the war, but even setting that aside...
Good fucking luck getting her to side with us on literally anything.
She would die before she would side with knights.
You don't have to side with us, just side against the horrible monsters that are infesting our lands.
I think she would more likely side with our enemies.
I don't think so.
I think she would if Velthamar offered her the chance to
For vengeance.
kill off any knight that comes in her way.
He's a knight himself, though. Or he was. She didn't care.
I feel like he is like
matters little now.
he. To be fair, Velt looks like probably every boogeyman story she ever grew up with. She'd almost certainly tried to kill Velt.
Yeah.
And she's a paladin.
Velt's a
And the
monster.
fact
She's
that
a
he's-
paladin.
Yeah, he's undead too.
And their leadership is made up of corrupted knights. She didn't even give a shit that we were knights. They're just humans amongst us. Well, that's what the fuck Velt used to be.
Did he used to be, actually, now that we think about it?
Yes. Yeah, that or an elf. What the fuck ever. Pretty sure it's a human.
Your mom told you that he started
Yeah,
human,
okay.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
But she only knew him as a vampire in the first place. Like he'd been a vampire for like a lot, or like a large portion of the duration of the stories of Good Guy Velt. He was still a vampire for like a lot of those. But then he drank a dragon and went crazy.
So yeah, I mean, hell, he was a knight closer to her part of history than we ever will be. Shit, Velt might have been alive at the time.
Maybe? I don't know. It's a possibility.
That was meant to be in character, but fair enough.
But that was also just me thinking aloud, like, huh, I guess he might have been.
I do not know.
I don't know.
We know too little about the. I don't even want to say the good guy Velthimar adventures and all that.
I'm not sure there ever was a good guy Velt.
One that was aligned with the king, at least for a time.
He was batting on the same team.
Yeah. Well. Not.
Well, no, he wasn't batting on the same team because he spit roast your mom, but you know.
No, that does mean he's batting for the same team. Batting for the other team means you're. Never mind.
Yeah, no, it's right. It's bad for the same team. Yeah.
Tristan's gonna shrug and say, "I'm not sure fighting for the king necessarily makes you the good guy either." As we've learned more and more. But yeah. Anyway, let's go check on Hallie.
We can come back for the treasury in the bit.
Yes. And Crystal take a few steps towards the stairs and hear Hallie's like conversing at length. Like, oh yeah, she's fine. Let's just leave him to it. Be ready to go down if it turns into a fight.
Yeah.
God, what are we gonna do with all that money?
I don't
A
know.
lot of fucking money.
It's so much money. It's
Carry
such
it
a big
all.
payday. I mean, I'll be able to
Carry it.
I can carry some once I get strength 25, I guess.
Crystal look back. I think Hallie's actually convinced her to go kill Veld.
Yeah, and swap back to solid language there, yes. I thank you for the duty, noble cow. I shall act upon it.
He's gonna kill you before you even have a chance to see him.
I
He does
suspect I
that.
would kill many of his people before we met. and he would have very little luck against me.
I will pray to Amla for you. I hope that when next time we meet, you're not just another one of his corpse slaves.
My soul is pure and perfect. His fell darkness will have no grip on me even in death. I will go singing to the god of storms.
His bastion is called Lost Hope. It is where he buries heroes.
It is a good thing I do not intend to be a hero, but I do intend to enjoy smashing him.
Hallie sad.
Yep. But hey, at the very least, she's gonna go south instead of north.
Yeah, now she's gonna go thresh her way through
Yeah.
Velt's lines and go try and fight her way to Velt. Fuck yeah. See? At least she'll die doing something useful now.
A happy ending?
I
It's
mean, you
not
just turn
really.
her death by suicide upon our enemies instead of us.
I mean, that's enormously
so-
beneficial to us. Tristan thinks that's a win. He prefers she not
I don't
die,
feel
but
good
if she's
about that.
I
distant,
don't really feel good about that either.
Yeah, well, I also wouldn't have felt good about us fighting her and then her, gripping the sword and then
we're
rubbing
not
her through.
supposed to feel good about it.
I mean, yeah, there's no feel good
That has-
about this unless you're
There's a
super neutral
It
aligned.
was a no-win scenario. If we're gonna go from the meta standpoint, it's a
could've-
no-win scenario, and now we've just opened up another end boss for us, giant undead lady.
giant death knight. But we could
guess.
have, but yet there was no win. But we could have given this person like peace in the end by giving her the good death she sought. But we denied her that even.
Instead of death by suicide against adventurers, she'll die in combat as a paladin against the undead, against evil.
Yeah, it's probably as far as wait, of course I know what her fucking oath is. She's a princess.
Oath of the Crown.
Oath
Two
of the
guesses what
Crown.
her oath is. Yes, Oath of the Crown.
Jesus.
She probably is. Yeah, and Hallie, she's just that confident.
Well, I mean, giant death knight. This
What?
is what happens when you face a vehicle death knight. I get it.
Look, we just need her not to make it all the way to Velt. Just make sure she dies on one of his lieutenants. There's no way she.
For sure. A ye of little faith. She could just start threshing and never stop threshing.
Yeah, she's just too angry to die, ever. We're gonna be in the middle of the final boss fight, and she's finally gonna make it, like, smashing through his front door with, like,
she
10
fucking
hit points
punches
left.
Kool-Aid's through the fortress, activates Last Avenger, and just fucking goes at it.
Hell yeah. Just gets in one round of, like, extra attack smites and then explodes. So once the lady stomps off, does Hallie come back up or just, like, sit down in a depressed lump?
I mean, I don't want to get exhaustion going all the way back up the stairs.
You just call like, hi, so you coming back now?
Yeah, we'll be down as soon as we figure out how to move all this money.
Yeah.
There you go. And yeah, she is a level 11 Cloud Giant Paladin.
Is that 11 levels of Paladin on
Jeez.
top of a Cloud
Oh,
Giant
God.
stat block?
Christ.
Yes.
Nice. God, that's pretty fucking
Amazing.
scary.
Wow. Okay.
Here's her
Yes.
normal swing. Just one of those is her normal, and that was her lowest damage roll.
Wait, why is it so little? It's 2d6.
Because it's still a greatsword.
Well, it's a great sword for her. It's a large. It shouldn't be like bigger.
Wow, she can
Rude.
hit me on like a 5. Good
Yeah,
God.
you're right. 1 sec. It should be 2d6 plus strength, and then the size category gives another d8.
Another D6, I think.
Oh, it's just another
Two
d6.
D6?
Yeah, it's
don't
with
even
and die. Like yeah, it's an extra 2d6 because dice increase you. You get extra
There
buff.
you go.
Remember?
There we go. All right.
Yeah, now it's starting to look better. You should be hitting.
It's still only 2D6, but
Yeah, that didn't add like I thought it would. I had 2d6 plus strength plus 2d6, and it didn't roll that.
I
It
feel
just said
like
it's 4d6.
there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
They just added 2.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so that's her attack. And she is the Blessed Warrior, so she also has some Cleric cantrips.
Nice.
But, like, yeah, it turns out the type of Paladin, she'll probably, re-pray for new abilities, but all of hers were, like, pretty goody two-shoes abilities. So it's, light. She does have Sacred Flame, and then there's Spare the Dying, and it's, like, fucking Command and Bless and Protection and Heroism, Warding Bond, the Zone of Truth. Also, her Fine Steed is fucking magnificent.
Well, to fit her, yeah.
Yeah.
It better fucking be. That's some fucking goddamn Piano from Fist of the North Star kind of horse.
Well, no, it's just she just redans on a normal horse.
I was about to ask.
Oh, okay, you're going that route. No, I was just thinking of Raoul from, like I said, Fist of the North Star.
It's just
Yeah.
a large size Saoirse.
So yeah, I guess I'm gonna add this enormous wealth to our party loot.
Yeah, and I'm gonna become large size, I guess.
Giga bun. Yeah, as much as I'd like to
You've
have
gone-
25 strength, the mobility gain
like riding
from
the cast
cast.
more,
Yeah,
yeah.
I like cast more. Just in general.
that's
Yeah,
fine. That's fair, yeah.
Cass is the superior magical item.
It's true. She is a legendary artifact. All right.
Centaur
What
Hule
sort
egg.
of armor is? What sort of armor is? What's the name again? Ariel wearing?
I'm wearing half
Yeah,
plate.
Ariel's not actually proficient in plate armor.
Well, no, I am
Oh.
proficient in plate armor.
She is. She's
Oh, you're
got
right, you don't have the
paladin
strength
levels.
for it.
The
That's-
issue is that she was
I
a
have
dex
8
bunny.
strength.
Well, that doesn't matter because you'll have
Yeah,
the 25 strength. So yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
yeah.
no, it won't matter.
Yeah, she was too noodle for
Yeah,
full
she was a
plate
paladin,
before.
and then she was a warlock, not the other way
All
around.
right. So, God, that's so much gold. Jesus.
It's
It's
a lot of
tremendous.
gold.
It's tremendous.
it's like
Luca.
it's the wealth of like a.
It is literally the wealth of a kingdom.
It
yes.
is the wealth of congratulations. That is the wealth of a country. That is all of her people.
Let's see.
So where's my...
Well, now we have enough gems to fuel the rest of this campaign's soulstone production.
Yeah. Where was it on the sheet? You can like set your ability score to be something. Like I know in the option somewhere,
Let's see.
but you can still like have your regular one there. It just turns up blue or
And it's
something.
your charisma is set to 20, and then your strength is set to
Hey,
25
wait a
now.
second.
No,
huh?
my
Wait a
charisma is 18.
second.
I don't have that Crown of the Handmaiden on.
The wealth of a nation.
Oh.
Where is it in here?
Okay.
I remember it being a thing because Scout
You
Scout
know, with
told
this
me about
much
it before.
money,
I gotta look at something.
with this much money.
Yeah.
With this much money, you could probably simply buy this entire island.
I don't think you can actually buy an island.
Well, you could use that coin to build a nation.
Yes.
a domain on this island easily.
In fact, I was talking to that construction company working at Insport, and just hypothetically speaking, a castle costs about 50,000 gold, which is conveniently exactly what we have. So, personally, I say we put this into our own personal group castle.
I wish I had Merz's soundboard. Well, there's just going to be a very faint. Guys, are you having fun out there?
God, soundboards are so fun, just for voice bits.
Do you want some help, Hallie?
Yeah, can you make me large?
I'm going to come.
I can.
A noble estate with manors, 25,000 GP. A temple or a small castle is 50,000, or an abbey.
Listen,
So,
I have a +3 strength, but each of these stairs is like the tip of my horns.
Faunra will come down and will help Hallie.
Point being, I vote we as a party consolidate the gold into our own castle, because that's baller.
It's pretty baller. It's a deep move. It fucks.
Yeah, you just build.
You gonna build that in your town?
I mean, that's the only land we actually control at the moment.
Yeah,
and also having a.
Although if you choose a
badass
place and
seaport.
say I'm building a castle there, I think you claim that land.
Yeah, that's how it works
Yeah,
in
kinda.
OD&D. Is if you're a fighter, you just pick land. If you can hold it, you can build a castle on it.
And especially given that it's, pointing back to history aside, given that it's an entire group of knights going, oh yeah, we decided that we wanted this land. The only one who can tell us no is the gold dragon.
Yeah, and my dragon can beat his dragon to death, so meaner.
Yeah, and the thing is, we're super tight with his quote-unquote daughter. So we can just ask her to rubber stamp the seal. It's fine. Surely, after all, she is. Skow has told us that she's mischievous and up to no good, which means that she has perfectly mimicked the Eternal King signature by this point.
I believe that.
It's fine.
Yeah, no. Fucking. Also, I'm pretty sure Morgan just knows his signature too. There's no way that she didn't used to just do that out on Crusade and Adventures, just scroll it in.
Fill her own blank
I will
checks
say
out.
this. Right now, the only one of, in terms of raw power, that is beyond what the king is the fucking fake queen.
No, you're factually
The
wrong. The
rest
king's a
are
bitch.
mortal.
Yeah,
No,
the king
I mean
is.
that's the only one that actually has power.
Oh, you mean like
political
politically?
It's the
Okay.
fake.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
I mean,
Yeah,
she can have unlimited. She could have unlimited power, but she doesn't want to or won't do it because that's not interesting. That's not how you get a story.
And I mean, out of all the allies we have Gold fucking Dragon, a goddamn Deva, we have the Princess, we have this cadre of fuckers, a goddamn War Fortress Savin that is really actually working for her.
Yeah, if you wanted to do a thing, there's literally no power really on this continent except the enemy forces that could stop you from making that decision. If you go, I want to build a castle here, that land is yours now. It belongs to you.
Yep.
Yes. If you're gonna do that, don't fucking build it on my goddamn backyard.
Self, my lord!
No, I vote we build it on.
Can you bring up the world map for
at
a second?
Ensport? Because
No, we just looked at what the English did when they conquered the Welsh, and then we build Harlech Castle, and then we just hope that the Welsh don't take it over, like what happened in history. It's fine.
I mean, I'm sort of part owner of a cat. I mean, my mother's own, and I assume it's going to eventually go down to me a little bit.
yeah, I mean you're eventually going to inherit the Herald. The rest of us are demi-homeless except
Yeah, no,
Bob.
I get you. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're the Golden Company. We've been through a lot together. Surely we can have just like a castle of our own, and we can bring all our kids there during the summer.
Yes, quite.
Well, yeah, and y'all know the door's open. I have, vouched for all of you. If you need a place to crash, there's rope.
That's not the Warlock thing.
Might be active with all the new recruits and all that, but if
Yeah,
there's
you have
still a place for
your
you to
place
crash,
has a large number of like really, really, really lovely like detached houses. Like that tile set has some fucking wonderful homes.
What we need to do?
yeah, it's some fucking Scandinavian summer homes.
They look like there's almost certainly a fucking outdoor like just a sauna house for the winter. Because of course there's got to be a lovely
Oh,
big Swedish sauna house.
Yeah, you have one of those outdoor like heated pools as well that you could just sit
You know
with
what?
jacuzzi. That was nice.
We could do it at Endsport up here, but that's really far out of the way. However, once
You doing
this is all done, both sides have to take a rest because this is an extreme expenditure of resources. We
Yeah.
could use that money to build a staging ground.
Use
For-
50 grand to build a forward fortress.
A forward
So,
fortress for
here's-
our
You-
campaign against.
Here's the
this.
thing.
No, we do
That's
something
a
else.
good idea,
have
except
the-
it takes years to build a castle.
Tell you what we do. We
Hmm.
dab on Velthamar,
Well-
take the burned terrace and make it our own castle.
I also want to point it takes years
Honestly,
to
that's
build.
a great place for it. But
It takes years to build a castle if you don't have literal wizards and fairies helping you. That's how they do it in legend lore.
Oh yeah, so
So what we should do is build it within a short distance of the breadbasket of the chivalrics. So within a short reach of Hoof's reach. That way, the castle can always be within like a stone's throw of always being supplied. So Faunra's idea is alright. Over here is alright. As long as it's not on the opposite side of the continent. This part right here is where this is the breadbasket of chivalry.
yeah, but it's also got a bunch of castles
it's
right
one of
there.
them.
Like the Dragonhold
Yeah,
is
that's just
a
like there is
couple days
already
away.
there are already fortresses and castles there. If anything, there is some dead space on the map, northwest of the Burned Corpse Terrace. That would be excellent.
I like the idea of taking the burned corpse
And-
terrace or setting.
I mean,
one
like
up
that
in,
terrace itself is. I mean, it was built in a perfect position and it has been very recently vacated to the
Yeah.
extreme.
or set up one in
I will say
the
this:
Tristan home.
the fairies can actually move a lot of shit real fast because there is a fucking gate right around here. There's a druid circle, remember?
Yeah, you could jump out of a druid circle and use it to move goods. And you're on a caravanserai.
Yeah.
It would be scary, and you'd have to be afraid of losing some resources and just the natural attrition that comes from going back and forth through the Fae. Like, there's no way you get all of your supplies back.
Unless we
No,
bring
there's
offerings
no unless. Like, if you try and move large portions of anything through any gate, circle, all of that stuff, like you just lose some things along the way. It's inevitable.
Okay, no, just thinking of like we were gonna lose some things, but if we want offerings to the Feywild, so that the offerings are taken instead of the material.
Hey Ariel, you could go put on those panties that you found in the fucking box of luggage.
She
Just go
did.
put on Princess Teresa's clothes, yeah.
She did.
Oh, have you also got her lady suit and pretty dress?
Might as well take them with me. They'll fit me now.
So,
Yeah, they will.
Ariel,
Mm-hmm.
can you take off the armor?
I mean, yes, I'm still attuned to it.
I want you to take the armor off and unattune to it.
Let me see if she shrinks down or if
Why?
she's stuck big.
I want to see if you're stuck big or not.
All right.
That's a good question. Castle plop up, like, huh.
I will do so. Am I stuck big?
No, you do in fact shrink down and now you make it.
Okay.
Yay!
Woo!
I will cover my modesty as much as I can.
You can cover your immodesty. Haven't you got a swinger at the moment?
And yeah, it's enormous.
Yeah, I've got a
Paw.
swinger. Yeah.
You have to do like the cross your legs, tuck, hold it behind you. But if anyone were looking from behind, they'd just see like the full package.
I mean, it's pretty obviously seen here. Give me another hour, please.
Unlike Hallie, you
Let's-
didn't. Unlike Hallie, you
it's-
didn't get a magical beep boop button for that.
It's
Yep.
good to know that you're not stuck as a giant.
I mean, I would have been fine as a giant.
I imagine being so large makes things difficult, though.
Yeah,
bit.
right now Ariel's perspective is all skewed because now this whole fortress, like this whole under mountain fortress, is exactly perfectly sized for her. She's gonna get such a culture shock when she tries to go into a normal house and can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She just looks at the
Just
door like, I
walking
can't.
around
I'm
is
too
gonna be
wide in the hips to crouch through a doorway. It's physically impossible.
uh-huh.
Every single time you try and go in a house, it's a literal wiggle check.
You're gonna have to butter up the
I'm-
bunny.
I'm going back to big. Give me just a little bit, and
All right.
oh, this is gonna be quite large actually when I'm big, since I
Yep.
grew up proportionately.
All right. Do we want to divide up this money right now? Just to clear out the old party loot.
May as well.
I mean, you've already done it,
All
so
right. I
already
had to
calculated,
tabulate
so
it up
that's-
just for my own edification.
that's in gold.
Yes, that is how much gold each of us
Yep.
gets, including
boy,
Cass and
wow.
Jesse.
Including Curse and Jesse? Fuck yeah.
We are
Wow.
exceedingly wealthy.
well,
Oh, I'm gonna
I'm
spend this
not
all on hookers
poor
and blow.
anymore. I'm not poor anymore because I did spend all my money
Yeah, so did
on
I.
knights. So
I'm
I
now
mean,
back up
this
to
is mean-
4,000.
Well,
this just means I can field more. I can fund more knights.
I have enough money now to have another night with your wife. So your mum, even, Trist.
Ah!
I said wife.
oh,
Wait,
that's the goal.
does that cost money?
2,931.
She's worth every penny of 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold?
Yeah, but
I'm teasing, but I mean I would.
I mean, yeah, obviously
I
you
could
would.
see
I'm
it,
just
given her,
questioning
like-
if she charges all of a sudden.
No, she doesn't charge. She's too charming for charging.
Okay.
I mean, I could see it, given that, and I'll hold up one of, like, the raunchiest pirate
I mean,
books
yeah.
I have there.
Oh yeah, I mean she already makes a lot of money on commission anyway.
I mean,
Yes, that's gold. Hedrah.
I mean, yeah, she makes, it's very good stories. I actually need to subscribe to her, really.
Yeah,
Your
she's
champion.
got an only buns.
Oh no.
It's great.
Listen, I've won the next bit of the series when it comes out, okay?
Let's see. That's
She's gone a fan.
Yep. Let's go back.
I have a bit of gold.
Yeah,
Just
you're
a
doing pretty
fair bit
fucking well
now.
as well. Oh no, now you're gonna spend it on an Ursula level of consumables. That's the end of my campaign.
look,
Yeah, my
Scout.
campaign loses
You
now, I
don't
can't
have to
win.
give Hedrah her personal cadre of alchemists.
Yeah,
That's
Okay,
true,
consumables
and
take
I
time
don't
to
think I
create.
will be.
hold up, Scout. You don't have to give her consumables because they're all being used for the night war
Yeah,
right
I was gonna
now.
say, yeah. The reality, thankfully,
Russia.
is that you guys have already helped create the scarcity.
Yeah.
The last time you went and did literal shopping lists of consumables, and each of you went, yeah, I want this many scrolls and this many potions. And then I was starting to go, there are none left. Sorry.
It's pretty
They're
reasonable
out.
with my potions. I only went for like a couple.
I
big
know,
ones.
yeah, there were a couple big ones. It all added up.
Yeah.
I'm giving Tiara 500 gold.
Woo!
Now she is going to
I'm
spend that
gonna
on hookers
spend.
and blow.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
she will
spend this
spend
one on
hookers and
Tristy's
blow.
mom.
God damn it! No, stop.
She's a classy lady, and she would
Okay,
never charge.
Savin.
Yeah, but you need that much just to like pay for the date because she's so
Oh yeah,
classy.
no, whining and dining her it's a lot of whack.
Huh? I've had plenty of fun times with Tristy's mom where we've sat and talked around. We just drunk tea.
I hate all of you. No, Bob, that was all
Hallie's-
the
Hallie's-
that was all the silver, electrum, copper, everything.
Yeah, it's all.
We're keeping
up.
That was all of that put together.
we're keeping the
The
gold
50k
separate.
gold is literally just our castle, so that's just you in your party loot right now. It's all of that money, and then also your party loot just says one castle, one brackets, one castle.
Basically.
One castle.
Hallie is very confused because all of her interactions with Morgan have been celibate.
Yep, it's
They've
just
shared
been like
date.
fucking mac and cheese and sippy teas. Oh yeah, I need to put Princess Therese on the map now and start her on the journey.
Oh no.
In fact, I need to roll an update for all these raiders and knights.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
boy, here
been
we
a
go.
day.
It's been a whole day.
Yep.
Just grab Therese's token.
So I think we're in a pretty good position to kind of forge on towards this next section. All right, we need to salvage. No, we can leave salvaging all this shit here for Morgan, including the fucking.
Yeah, she will. It'll take like an entire day of back and forth work. She can do that though.
I was thinking about like all
have
that
the
molten
building
like
material, I
for the
suppose.
conjuring shit down in the pits, but yeah, she'll.
Yeah, sure. Is there anything in particular that you want with it? Because she can see about getting that done. She could probably forge pour you a bunch of
Oh yeah,
weapons.
that's right. Cass was gonna make a mold for new swords.
That's right. Yeah.
Just take a bunch of
Yeah.
stone
If you
and fabricate.
tell you what,
that.
during a short rest, because I assume that you guys would like to just take them for the sake of taking one. Especially since it's just exhausting getting around this giant ass fucking building. Would you like to give me a check for like, I suppose it's a smithing check or a tinker's check for drawing up weapon schematics to fabricate from?
Sure. The same, I guess.
And then tell me what you're interested in making.
Okay. Smith's tools, Smith's tools.
Good thing you have advantage.
24. Pretty solid.
Sure. And yeah, what kind of schematics are you drawing up then to fabricate?
Let's see. Well, the reality is that I think everyone in the party can use long swords who uses melee weapons, so that's probably the most utilitarian use of them.
Can you also do a great sword?
Yes. All right. I will do a great sword and a long sword pattern.
Not for me though. Like the great swords would not be for me.
Then
it would be what for your squad of zealots?
For my zealots.
I don't know how many of these we're going to be able to
tell you
make,
what, then a bunch of rapiers for the spell blades.
I'm not sure you can really.
That's probably not a good rapier material.
Yeah,
no.
We can do short
probably
swords
not.
for them though.
Or arming blades.
Yeah, I mean whatever. It's still going to be a finesse d6 weapon.
Yeah.
It's all right. I will do 3 patterns then: short swords, long sword, great sword.
Yeah, that seems the most reasonable.
Sure. Okay. All right. So. Attack, defend, maneuver. Those will be the 3 rolls that each of these groups make.
Hey, what's your name again? Ariel. That's what's her name.
Okay, yeah, what's up?
What sort of half plate is that?
In what sense? Like, are you asking like if you as a druid could wear it?
I'm asking what sort of half plate it is.
What does that mean?
+1 or
What do you mean by that?
Okay, just
like
the
material?
enchantment.
Yeah, half plate. Is it like a +1 magical or shit like
Oh,
that?
you mean it's magical? Yeah, it's magical. It's +1.
Well,
actually, does Faunra have magical armor? Oh,
I do. The armor of fire and ice right now.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, their defenders are not good. Knight Squad 1 is having a hard time.
How can they be having a hard time? They have a bard with them.
I know, right?
They do have a squad of
all right, yeah, their
Duper
plus should be
as
higher. They only lost 1 or 2. Okay. Let's see here. They were at 10. At 2, not -2. 2. And they're on the back. They've pushed. They've pushed. These guys have joined in for the pincer, and they have pushed this raider group off and secured their connection line, which is nice.
Good.
Are we gonna do Oh, sorry. Go.
Let's see here. These raiders have moved up. These elites have moved up. These raiders have moved, or they are preparing to move so that they can go to the right. I need to put a timer on them because they're being slow. These guys are not moving. These guys are not moving. It's going down one. I think that's the positioning so far. And these elites have not moved on from their spot for some reason.
Some reason.
I mean, you guys know the reason, of course, but yeah.
Yeah, some reason.
Also, at what point do these guys start going, hey boss, where's our reinforcements? We haven't gotten more ships in 3 days.
So right now on the enemy side, they're making their checks normally, but then they start making them all at disadvantage once they're suffering attrition. Is essentially how it works. So it gets like multiplicatively worse. And then as their force sizes get smaller, they go from having pluses to their checks to negatives.
Nice.
So right now it's only been a few days. None of them have burned through their rations, but you saw how many rations that raider group had when you approached. It was enough for like 3 days out in the field for their group.
Mhm.
So they're gonna start noticing it. They're going to start
Uh,
making con checks and saves and stuff against being hungry.
do we know about the Raiders being here, or
I don't think
that group you thought you were moving for. That's the one that got wiped out by the beacon.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
right,
That is
right.
Gone,
Okay.
gone.
That's what I thought.
All
but
right, fair enough.
That was the group you were hunting in the first place.
I was
You
concerned
didn't
that
get to
someone had
fight all of
replaced them
You
while we
fought
were over
them too.
here. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So yeah.
Yeah, that was them. You fought the first half of their forces, and the rest of them were wiped out by a beholder on the mountain's edge.
Yeah, we
Yep. So it sounds like we should push into the old keep there.
yeah, sounds like that's the next step.
I will ask, but during the whole short rest thing, I asked Ariel if Bob asked Ariel if they can take the armor that half plate you're using.
Sure. I didn't think that you as a druid could wear metal armor.
Oh, I don't actually wear it.
And what's it for?
Well, let me show you.
Bob's trick against all these unarmored foes is to
I mean, that's
I mean-
still
Oh, I see. So
wearing armor, isn't it?
I don't think that stacks
I'm pretty sure
with
you
druid.
I'm absorbing it.
No, you can't put a metal armor on you again. You're a druid. It's metal. Your body isn't metal. Remember,
So I
your body is ceramic, leather, and wood.
Gonna have to get someone to
So I
like.
can't integrate
No.
it.
No, you
Well,
can't integrate. You can't
You
integrate metal
can,
armor.
but you
could
would
do it
just
for
lose
leather.
access to your druid abilities.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to do that.
I wonder if we could eventually get some armor for you. Like we could get some if Queenie could shed some scales for you.
Yeah, there
Dragon scale armor is a druid classic.
there are countless ways for druids to get armor. There's
Just
yeah,
not metal.
You can't make that out of metal. Like iron, wood, and shit's been a staple of D&D forever.
And we can also have a Fey
Yeah, which is
adventure.
actually fucking weird. Why?
Actually,
It's
wait,
like,
no,
oh,
I
it's
know what I'm
man-made.
For druids.
Yeah, because druids get
For
cucked by the
druids.
stupid special roll.
Because druids are supposed to be about nature and preserving all that, and
Yeah,
armor made of metal is completely basically the opposite of it.
but metal's part of
Fuck, I
nature.
remembered I was going to make a check at the soul fort. 1 second.
Well, I mean, metal is in nature, but not the metal as in the sense that we do it, though.
Nah.
A check at the what?
The soul fort. What they wanted to actually go out and get Bob some armor. They were going to get tree rask bark shavings. They did not succeed, unfortunately, and had to retreat.
Oh, right, the tree.
They wanted to give
rask
Bob some tree rask bark
fucking
shavings.
crazy.
That would have been the coolest,
Well,
but no, they
the
failed.
soul-
It's not easy.
Unfortunate.
They'll try again in winter when it starts slowing down.
Before we end the session, Can we do a bit of timey-wimey for the next long rest so Hallie can legend lore the belt?
Absolutely. Also, it looks like Princess Theresa's beginning journey is going well. She's probably going to go collide with a large group of elites.
Nice.
I got you,
Nice.
Kinathis.
Yeah, let's see what this belt
Well, thanks.
does.
Thank you.
Join me in massive strength.
I mean, Faunra already is ripped as hell.
I mean, but join me in like supernatural massive strength.
Hilariously big.
Depending on what the legend lore of the belt
Yeah,
is.
depending on what the legend lore does.
It's the belt of the Crusade. It's quite funny, honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Sure, Skow will just show to players.
Oh yeah, I should probably just, yeah, Belt of the Crusade, there it is.
All right. Ire of the Elements. Elementals naturally hate the wearer of such a piece of history. When within 20 feet of you, they may make a free action against you, free action attack against you once per turn if they are able.
Oh.
So would
So
that
elementals will square up on you.
That
would
doesn't
that
actually
have
sound
would
too
that have
bad.
counted for like the cloud giant
Yes,
lady?
if you'd been wearing that belt, then it would have been
Instant
it would have
fight.
been immediately a fight. Yes, that was the trap.
Do we know any other elementals?
No, we never go
No.
against
Well,
elementals.
We
we
fought
have
elementals
an
once.
elemental
We
lady
fought
waiting in our
once.
camp.
Wait, would Mayrog hate me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's not your fan if
Oh,
you're wearing that.
Oh.
Mayrog, the Genasi lady. Let's see. I mean, there's
Oh yeah, the Genasi counts
Yeah.
elemental?
Yes.
that's their whole
Oh.
that's their
Yeah,
whole deal.
they are
Yeah,
elemental
okay,
humanoids.
fair enough.
And they're not the elemental creature
maybe
type,
wait
but
to-
I'm pretty sure they count for things like this.
Yes, they qualify. They qualify in the same way that Mayrog does. Actually, Mayrog, you might be fine because she's also still got Construct Guardian rules in her.
Yeah, she literally is incapable. Actually, wait. Yeah, she doesn't have a turn, so she
you're fine.
she would not be able to unless I allowed her to. But
So you just need to wait till the air Genasi lady leaves and then you can tune to it.
punch.
when is she going to leave?
We don't
though?
probably not until
I
we're
don't
done with
know.
the island. I imagine. I mean, she's
Or she might leave immediately. Do we actually find what she wanted down there? She mentioned something of us to find.
She said that
elementally.
something there was relevant to that.
well.
And yeah, you absolutely found that.
What is the thing?
What was
The
it?
portal to the
Oh,
elemental plane.
Oh, the Elemental Chaos
I
Portal.
assume
Okay,
she was
all
talking
right.
about a specific item. Oh yeah, speaking of which,
Yeah, so did I.
during that short rest of ours, while Tristy's dicking around with sword moldings, let's gather up some gems, and then Cass can try and fabricate a power stone for the portal. Because we have one that's broken to model after. We just need to make one that's whole again, and charge it up with some juice.
Sure. I need an Arcana check from Cass then. And she can't be helped, unfortunately. This is just how well she handles the magic. It's not really anything anyone can shoulder walk her through.
Okay. Let's see. Does anyone have enhance ability?
Why,
I have
yes.
a scroll. I might have a scroll.
Well,
Hang-
Bob just has the spell
Uh,
prepared.
If Bob has the
Bob
spell
just had-
cast, then yeah, enhance ability for intelligence will help her out to no
Yeah.
end.
All right. Well, it's
Looks
a
like I
good
don't have any.
thing.
Good thing. So she can succeed. She will be getting a rank of exhaustion.
That's fine.
In fact, it might be a rank of harm.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh,
Less than ideal.
Okay. Yeah. So when Cassie settles down to begin fabricating this, at first she starts just copying the shape, but that's clearly not enough. And so she, after doing the fabrication, sort of like palming this orb from hand to hand and thinking and considering. And then she starts trying to put some spell slots into it. And that works. It works almost immediately and certainly far too well. You're all sort of snapped momentarily out of it when you watch a very pale Cass sort of stagger over, place the orb down, and then curl up to nap.
Shit, you okay?
Cassie?
Tired.
Oh.
Yeah, Cassie now has currently 0 spell slots and has a rank arm.
Oof.
I
I
can
think
poke
I
that
just
away.
burned myself.
You'll need to rest up in your tower for
I
at least a
have-
little bit, I suppose.
I have a greater rest though, if still in the tank. It can help.
I don't think Greater Restoration
It
actually
does.
gonna help with
Yeah,
this. It's like,
it helps with
oh.
the rank arm. Yeah.
Oh, it's harm.
The
Right,
reason
right, she got
Greater
harm.
Resto works the rank arm is because
Yeah.
it costs 100 gold and diamonds every time.
Yeah.
Right.
It's really
no,
expensive.
Sorry, I didn't think she had harm there. I thought she just completely out of spell slots from it.
She had both.
I mean, she is also
Yeah.
completely out of spell slots, but yes, that it sucked her dry. And yeah, she just looked
Yeah.
exhausted and tired and probably has a nosebleed.
Which means giant bunny carrier to tower.
Yes,
Yep.
I can.
I suppose I will attune to the belt, but I'll just keep my distance from this one individual. Which
Yep.
is this place is certainly large enough
Oh yeah,
to
for
easily
sure.
do so.
But yeah,
Come
Mayrog
join.
is
Mara.
Mayrog doesn't like.
That hurts. I like Narog.
She's the
I
best.
know, and until you wore that belt, she liked you.
Oh, that
You're
hurts
wearing-
even worse.
Oh.
Yeah, you're wearing the atrocity belt.
Yep. Softball gunner.
Well, like we know that all of these belts of giant strength are not.
Yeah,
great.
you actually already knew going into this that they're all a war
Yeah, they're-
crime.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. It's not exactly a big surprise there.
I will just tell Faunra to here, join me in the outskirts.
Cheers.
Oh goodness. But yeah. She does succeed, and you have a portal orb.
Neat. I will.
It's not currently attuned to this portal, but you could certainly do that.
You know what? I'm just gonna put it in a box and leave it for Mom.
Sure. Okay.
If she wants to dick with the portal, that's great. Otherwise, we're not coming back here for a while, so we might as well
That makes
leave
sense.
that with her.
Yeah, we gotta get
She
marching
might
on.
do it.
Look, if you don't think Morgan has like 30 girlfriends in the elemental chaos that she needs to go check in on,
You're right. She definitely.
Yeah, come on now.
They're definitely like the equivalent of like the fucking Elder Scrolls wizards who just summon flame Atronachs for fucking.
Yep.
She's like, I'm gonna make a home visit. Okay.
Indeed, she just shoves her head, she opens the portal, sticks her
God.
head in and just yells, "Where's the air women at?"
where the air
So,
women's at?
I have a question. I now have a question.
Sure.
If in Skow&D we go back to the elemental chaos and go to the tower of the cloud giants, is there a possibility that on our journey we might possibly run into Morgan? Is that on a dice roll?
There is
now?
always a possibility of bumping into Morgan, thankfully.
Well, not in
Hey, but
this
now you
case
can bump
because
into-
remember,
You can bump into
this
knights.
Shivs takes place slightly ahead of time with Iona because we met Naya and her
Oh, yeah,
children
of
who are
course,
like
yeah.
toddlers already.
Oh, that's true.
So
Yeah, it
unfortunately,
means you can meet
no,
knights.
you will not meet Morgan there because she's still in prison.
You're right.
You can meet
But
knights
hey, guess
there,
what, Savin?
technically.
This portal was here before I found out that your fucking tower in the chaos was full of giants.
That's true.
It's once
Same
again
brain-
the brain cell got a brain cell.
So you're one single shared brain
yeah,
cell.
yeah, yeah. That's there's been a
All
portal
right.
there. The P90's been sat there the whole time.
All right, for deserts, Savin, we're going to need you to forget every single thing you've read about Alhazred. Someone get the hammer.
Oh no! Wait, that's so much to live for.
Clearly, what Savin
Volcanoes-
needs to do is play a
Wait.
character who has like not clairvoyance, but you know that they have like the flash of insight. like a sixth sense for it clearly, and
Like
it's just
Tristan already
yeah, it's just genre savviness for how the DM does.
Wait, that's
things.
every character I play in your games, though.
Oh
I
no!
don't have a choice.
Ballpoint or sledgehammer, Stray.
Ah.
But yeah, that
You try that. You try to
there is in fact
smack you with
in
the
the giant dungeon
It's a
a portal
joke,
to the
come on.
elemental chaos.
Delightful.
Well, I had it as the elemental plane. You hadn't revealed the elemental chaos's current state until then, so I just obviously flip reversed that a bit. But still, I had the giants down in the elemental plane. Like, well, I guess it's the chaos. That's the only change.
All right, give us XP.
Sure. Did you explore
Yes.
a new and interesting location for the first time? Yep.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Finished exploring the dungeon. Found a portal to another
I
dimension.
think that counts as the
was
second
good.
point.
Yeah, second
I
point
mean,
could
you
be,
also
like, the
learned
portal or
about
the Lady Dawnstar stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
new roasting enemy.
I think she's just threading the
no?
needle there.
She's really
Yeah.
she's really dancing the balance on lasting enemy.
We definitely completed a quest.
Advance or complete? Yeah, completed this place. Threat from beyond. No.
Well,
I don't think we have.
I think that
Wait,
that
hang on.
skeleton died to a threat far beyond its expectations.
That poor skeleton.
Yeah, that was like Carrie with her fucking foot
Yes.
on the goddamn fucking
So-
skeleton, remember?
Yeah.
I mean, we
was the
definitely
deal with
changed an
that
enemy's
stupid-
life for the worse later on.
What was the deal with what? Sorry.
What was the deal with that skeleton that we turned to dust?
We'll never know.
Oh, I'm
We
not
don't
done.
know.
Scout's just gonna recycle that
find out
stat
if-
block for later.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
find out in the future when it's
I
cited.
can use that. I can use that in the future.
It literally didn't even get a
I'll let you
turn.
know
It's
when
so
that
sad.
happens. But I was like, yeah, it didn't get a turn. I was like, well, you are destined clearly just for better things.
All right.
And
Anyway,
something about a play character?
Something about player character.
Bob's strong desire to prevent people from killing themselves, and his actual caring about
Taji's
preserving
answer to that
culture.
Yeah, I think that you all learned where everyone stands on the realm of assisted cop suicide, which is an interesting dynamic when you're faced with that. Like, we are knights, moral quandary. How does she go out?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll count that. That's 4. Allied NPC's life drastically for the better.
No.
I mean,
Yeah, you freed one from super prison.
I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if they're really like an ally.
Well,
that,
if she doesn't count for
but-
that, she
Wait,
definitely
but
counts for the
maybe,
next one where we made an enemy's life significantly worse by unleashing an ancient giant.
we've
ring.
Oh yeah,
definitely
you've
done
made
that.
Velt's
No,
life for the
I was-
worse.
I was waiting for that. Come on. Let me
Yeah.
have my turn in the sun.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Hallie did on accident for the next one.
Speaking of which, I think Hallie deserves the
Yay.
hero die.
Agreed.
Oh yeah, there's a hero die. I forgot about that.
Yep. All right, you now carry a 1d4. You can spend it any time you want, but the moment someone else gets the 1d4, it is taken away from you.
Okay.
And then that's 5
any
HP.
inspirations then?
Uh,
Hallie didn't deny the Reaper, so
That's not the only thing we have stuff for.
generosity, friendship. No. Hallie didn't help her friends.
Let's see here.
Wait. The Dragon Knight saved a damsel in distress this session. So.
of course, yes. I even used the
Yeah, you
words
did.
damsel in distress. All right.
All right. So that's one for Hallie.
Well,
I already have
that would be
inspo, so who
inspo
wants
for
it?
you and
I'll take it.
Enjoy.
all right.
All right.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
That was a fun time. And if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you in 2 3/4 hours ish for Merzenhammer. Till then, adios and have a good one.